know, we are on ou.edu/TV. We have a special guest today. Got a lot of special stuff. It's our last show of the year, so we got a lot of cool stuff going on. Semester. We'll be back. We'll be back. You're right. Last show of the semester, not the calendar year. We have a lot of giveaways. We're going to do games. It's a special show today. We have a live studio audience over here with a lot of different stuff going on. Make sure you follow us on Twitter @thepackou. Tweet in. Let us know what you want to talk about. And Facebook, we got some good stuff on there. So anyway, Cooper, what are we doing?
Well, we've got this man to my left here, the most famous fan, I think, in Oklahoma City Thunder history.
There we go.
Writer for Welcome to Loud City. In the studio, we're going to talk some Thunder with him. We're going to do some crowd interaction. We're going to have a trivia contest with two loyal followers, Bill Johnson and Stephen Hoke. It's going to be for a competition for some movie tickets.
Yeah.
We're going to have a putting contest.
There'll be a T-shirt given out too, I believe.
Yes, a T-shirt given out. We're going to talk NBA. We're going to talk some baseball, maybe some Cubs for those people in the studio. And I don't know, just have a good time.
Yeah.
So.
Right, and we're still giving away Twitter MVP, aren't we?
Twitter MVP, best worst of the week, and it gets steamy at the end of the show.
And we're doing our best and worst of the week right now, so go ahead and tweet us in your opinion on your best and worst of the week, what really got you excited and didn't get you excited. So let us know.
Ross, you in the studio, you got a best and worst of the week?
We got Ross in the studio audience here doing some reporting. Do you have a best and worst of the week by chance, Ross?
I do have a best and worst of the weekend.
Okay.
My best, I'm going to start it off for all the Boston fans out there. If anybody didn't catch that live performance after they caught the Marathon Bomber, Big Papi had some choice words to express his love for the city of Boston. He used profanity, but it was in the moment. It was beautiful. It was wonderful, and Boston in Fenway cheered the loudest whenever he used that language. He said, "This is our city," and there was a profane word used in between "is" and "our." So that was my best of the weekend. My worst of the weekend was Kobe live tweeting the Lakers San Antonio game and calling out Powell over Twitter. Powell is not going to read that during the game. I don't really understand the point. All he's doing is calling out his teammate, making fun of him during the game where he can't even see it. That is my best and worst.
Well, there you go,
Okay,
Ross.
well, that boy, Ross. Congratulations,
there you go.
man.
Good work, brother.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go ahead and go. My best is I kind of put the two NBA because they gave out the awards this week, so I kind of contrasted them. My best was Marc Gasol winning the Defensive Player of the Year award. Big Marc Gasol fan. I think he's a really cool, nice guy. Seems like it. And I think he deserved it. It's fun. I don't like Dwight Howard, so it's good to have someone else.
I don't know about Marc Gasol being a cool guy.
I think he's cool. I think it's cool. I think that's cool about him.
Okay.
And
sure.
I'd rather Marc Gasol win than Dwight Howard, so that's why it's kind of a big thing. And then my worst was J.R. Smith winning Sixth Man of the Year. I don't like J.R. Smith at all. He shoots too much, kind of a punk.
He's
got to deserve it, though.
Well, he does probably deserve it. He doesn't. But just like you're Golden State. I wanted my boy Jarrett Jack, but
that would have been nice. But I mean, he doesn't have the consistent
Right.
numbers. J.R. Smith scores on a consistent basis.
Feast or famine.
Yeah,
Okay. My best, I've got two.
Okay.
First was Kenny leading the break and throwing the alley-oop to
I
Serge.
think Kenny, you mean Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah, Kenny.
Okay, well, I just want to make sure everyone
And,
at home understands your.
And also was I'm not a DJ Boom fan. I'm sorry, but I'm not. But the first time out was when I was in the arena, and the first time out when he played "Don't Stop the Party."
Yeah.
I was
great.
open fist palming like crazy, and I thought that was just clutch for the fans. But my worst of the week was you and your lovely lady on the kiss cam.
Hey.
Your attempt
Thank
at
you very
the
much.
mustache groom, wasn't that twice this week for you?
It worked. That was. I was on the kiss cam. We were on it the week before at Remington Park too. So, hey.
I don't think the camera is attracting to you.
It's working. Something's working. Something's working.
K-Chash.
I don't know. Zeb, what do you think?
All right.
What are your best and worst?
My best and worst of the week. My best of the week was honestly it's Chris Anderson and Kenyon Martin. These are two guys who weren't even on NBA rosters like a couple months ago. It looked like their career was over.
Yeah.
Then one of them signs with the Heat. One of them signs with the Knicks. They both got 10 points in their first game in the playoffs. Both their teams won. So they're back in the saddle. Out of their living room. So I think that's pretty cool. They're both two pretty legit dudes. Pretty wild and out. Anyway, my loser of the week is David Lee. I mean, you gotta hate that. 8 seasons in the NBA, never in the playoffs, horrible Knicks teams, horrible Warriors teams, finally gets in the playoffs, performs absolutely poorly, absolutely kills his team, and then falls out with a really lame injury. Didn't even look cool. You know, he just kind of like tripped a little bit, and he's out. So that was pretty lame.
I want to give a shout out because Garrison Lee, who's in studio, who's a former Twitter MVP of a week, that was his worst of the week as well.
Oh,
So
yeah,
great minds think alike right there.
absolutely.
I like David Lee. I feel bad for him because he's played in. Is this his first playoff game ever?
Yes, first ever.
First playoff game ever, and
8
you
years.
talked about
He was
how-
on the really, really anemic Knicks team.
Yes, he was.
Like,
He was on
Donnie
the,
Walsh had to come in and
yeah,
say
he was
that.
on the
but he
Nate the Nate like fight with everybody.
Yeah, it
teams.
was bad. It was really bad.
Bad. That was a great team, dude. Jamal Crawford.
Anthony Randolph.
Stephon Marbury.
Yeah.
and,
It was some dark days
yeah.
in the Garden.
Dark. I don't think dark at all.
So let's get into some Thunder
Some
talk.
Thunder talk.
So you were obviously in the arena yesterday, and your blog is explain it to everybody how to get there.
It's welcometoloudscity.com. You can follow us on Twitter at WTLC. We've got hardcore Thunder analysis. We try to do our best.
Okay, and today you wrote about Kevin Martin's what he needs to do for the second unit, and I think it was a sign of apocalypse yesterday when D-Fish hits a pull-up contested three-pointer. But what other wrinkles does the second unit have, you think, coming into the playoffs? Like, what can we show off, or what can we expect to see?
Well, where do you start? Where the wrinkles are? I mean, they don't have a scorer. They only have Derek Fisher. He's almost absolutely worthless. I mean, he can dribble the ball around a little bit.
I'm
He can
glad
take
someone else
charges.
feels that way.
Yeah, but he's terrible. Reggie Jackson, he's pretty good, but I mean, he doesn't have a shot yet, so he can only score, maybe like 6 to 10 points a game, and we really need that scorer in there, and that guy's got to be Kevin Martin. I mean, Nick Collison's there, but he's extremely limited in what he can do. Nobody else is going to get regular minutes. So Kevin Martin is a guy you really need to use his speed. You can't let him isolate like Harden. I mean, that's, I think, the big problem with him is that they're just using him like Harden. They're just trying to have him isolate. They're trying to have him do like the two-man game, but it's not exactly what works for him. You got to have him pull up and shoot in the break. You've got to have him run across the court, get to the left side specifically, because that's where his great shooting zones are, and just pull up for a quick shot. And I think that he could definitely be a good factor for us, or he could be a hindrance. It just depends on how we utilize him.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I agree. Serge, I think he's kind of he played really well. I thought his matchup's really good against Craig Smith. He's not probably their worst, one of the people that plays. Can he keep up his? He played really well last night. I thought really well. Is he going to be able to keep up his play to really elevate the Thunder? Because I think he takes us to the next level.
No, he definitely does. I mean, the question is whether he's going to be matched up against a quick power forward, because Serge Ibaka really struggles against the Rockets when he's playing against like Chandler Parsons or another quick small forward, because they can go out to like the wing and contest his shot or block his shot. So he kind of struggles then. But when he's playing against like a slower guy like Greg Smith, he's going to score consistently every single time. So he'll as long as the Rockets don't put a small forward on him, he'll be successful.
Yeah, which I don't know who they could really put on him. I mean,
Well,
other than,
Parsons or Delfino.
Well, and that's the thing is I don't know why they wouldn't. I'm confused why they play Craig Smith, or why they don't put Thomas Robinson or something in there to at least give him a matchup.
Well, they've been struggling with their lineup all year. They've been getting in guys. They signed a guy from the EuroLeague, Patrick Beverley. He was playing for Spartak St. Petersburg somewhere in Moscow.
And he was one of their best
played
players last
great.
year. He was one of the only 3 players in double figures.
Yeah.
I was completely thrown off by that.
They're finding players everywhere. I mean, they can. I mean, Greg Smith came out of
Yeah,
nowhere,
he did
too.
come out of
Yeah.
nowhere. He
So
did.
okay, so Craig Smith's in the lineup. Why is it that that Thomas Robinson, who they made the blockbuster trade, why doesn't he play at all?
That's why I was confused. Or they brought in Terrence Ross ahead of him yesterday, the Kentucky guy.
Well, I mean, that was in garbage time, wasn't it? I mean,
They brought him in at the start of the third quarter. I mean, it was kind of getting out of control, but.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I haven't looked into why they're not playing Thomas Robinson, but I think that they just figured that. I think he was shooting a low percentage. I think everyone was shooting in the 30s except Delfino and the other scorer on their bench, Delfino and Francisco Garcia, and they just decided that those are the 2 wings that they're going to go with. I mean, they've got other guys like James Anderson. I mean, they've just got a loaded roster.
I think another one of my worst of the week was Francisco Garcia's shoes.
I love Francisco Garcia.
He could have worn them if he was at OU, but not for the Rockets. They were the wrong color for me.
Yeah, the dude can play.
He was great at Louisville.
One thing I thought was interesting, I wish he would have won a championship, was that for the most part, the Rockets really only played 7 guys. They had their main 5 starters and brought Beverly and Delfino off the bench, and they played Terrence Ross for just a little bit. And they brought their other guys in, but until the fourth quarter, they only played 7 guys. Like, are they going to be able to? Would they be able to keep that up? Because they play such a fast pace. I would have a hard time imagining them being able to play 7 guys that fast and like be at all effective.
Well, Kevin McHale is really wishy-washy with his lineups. I mean, he'll throw in basically like anybody. I mean, he'll just kind of throw in this guy this night, another guy, another night. And I think that those 7 guys are going to be the 7 guys that you see consistently, but he's going to be able to throw in different guys for just however he's feeling at the moment. So I don't think that they could. I think that they could keep up the pace, but if they somehow beat the Thunder, got to the second round, I think that's when you'd really start to see the wear and tear.
Okay, so our producer, the guy that kind of puts this all together, Lynn Franklin, he called in and wanted us to ask you a question.
Oh, there we go, Lynn.
His question was, how do you think what do you think the outcome of this series will be in terms of how many games the Thunder are going to win?
4.
And how many? That's it.
4.
Clean sweep.
That easy.
Yeah, easy. I mean, the only way the Rockets could win, like they won earlier in the year, is if they absolutely destroyed us from 3. Like if you go back and look at that game back in March, James Harden was hitting absolutely sick shots, just in other dudes' faces, crossing people over. And he's not going to be able to do that on a regular basis or even once every 10 games. It was just an insane performance. So they've just got to get really hot if they want to beat us.
I think another reason why that game was so much different was it was coming off the All-Star break, and I think we were just we weren't all together yet. I think it just took us a while after the All-Star break to come back together.
The thing is, they took enough threes yesterday that if they made all the threes that they took, they would have been competitive, but they're not going to do that. It'd take an outlier of a night for that to happen, which it probably won't happen against the Thunder. So I think we do have a video, though, we're going to show. I believe we're showing – well, first of all, let's show the clip that Russell and Kevin had to talk about. I think it's Serge, maybe?
Great clothing, by the way.
Yeah, it was. You could see Serge or Russell's awesome wardrobe. So.
Yeah, I mean, Serge's been doing that for us all season long, protecting the basket. Did a great job tonight of rebounding the basketball as well. And, he brought us a lot of energy, and our crowd, obviously brought us a lot of energy as well.
Yeah, so that was him talking about
He
how
looks like a female, Russell does.
He does kind of look weird. I saw a guy tweet that they could actually, if he was good at Photoshop, he would easily be able to make a comparison with Juana Man. Yeah.
I think he would fit in with the Village Man or something like that.
At some point, it would not surprise me if he shows up naked. Or with just the thong on.
How sweet was it? Another video we have we can show here in a second. The loudest.
I'd like to get a couple questions from the crowd.
Yeah, do we have any questions from the crowd? Ross,
you got any questions?
We do have some fan questions.
Okay.
By the way, I'm joined with our overflowing studio audience right now. Just massive crowd. Really appreciate everybody showing up.
There's people in the
We are
auto
joined
booth
with former.
Yeah, we have people in the auto booth coming in and just.
Yeah, we are joined by former Twitter MVP Bill Johnston, who has a
Bill.
great question for us.
Wow,
we
get
go.
up there, Craig Sager.
I was wondering, we made the deal midseason for Brewer, supposedly to shut down LeBron. Are we just going to not use him now, or are we just going to throw him into the rotation during the finals and hope that he can shut him down?
Well, Zeb, you can talk about that first.
Yeah, back to you.
Well, I'll go for it. Ronnie Brewer, I mean, honestly, he was brought in before we knew that we were going to sign Derek Fisher. Honestly, I believe that. We when he was brought in, I mean, we were we could use him as a defensive stopper. DeAndre Liggins is a decent defensive stopper, but I mean, he's just quick. He can get up off the floor. He'll fall down. He'll get immediately back up. He'll get in your face, but he's not a physical defender that can compete with LeBron. And that's why Ronnie Brewer was brought in. But then all of a sudden, we get Derek Fisher, and Scott Brooks has delusions of grandeur, remembering his old playing days with the Rockets. Oh man, I remember when I only went 1 for 3, and then I got traded midseason. I didn't even get to be part of the '95 championship team. I want Derek Fisher to be a part of this. He's me, I really think that's why he's playing. I mean, and the only reason he's stated is experience, and he said it's not something you can get at the store.
It does frustrate. I don't understand why Ronnie Brewer doesn't play. I think he could easily take, because Derek Fisher isn't playing a point guard really. He's basically playing a 2-guard, which Derek Fisher wouldn't be a good point guard, much less a 2-guard. And Ronnie Brewer can really play defense. That's the thing that Derek Fisher can do worst is Derek Fisher can't guard anyone, and Ronnie Brewer really can.
No.
So it's frustrating that we would bring him in a move and then not play him and play this 38-year-old kind of washed-up player instead. But hey, Bill, thanks for the question.
We've got another
perfect.
question.
We got a
Twitter question from the crowd, if you don't mind.
That's perfectly fine. Go ahead,
Would you just
Cooper.
like to say it out loud for us?
Yeah. Here, Ross, you want to give him the mic?
Well, it's not really Thunder related. I was going to say, who sweats more, Kevin Durant during a playoff game or Bill Johnson at dinner with a Rashid?
That's an interesting question because I'm going to say it's Bill.
Yeah, it probably is Bill a little bit. Bill's a sweater.
Yeah.
Kendrick Perkins sweats without his little chin beard and the warm-ups like crazy. It's awesome.
Kendrick's great. I know we got a Kendrick fan right there, Young Hog Nation. In the
I
crowd.
think we're going to show. I thought our craziest. We have a video. I thought the craziest the crowd got was when the guy hit the half-court shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Third one of the year.
Was it the third? I thought it was the fourth. Was it the
No,
third?
it's the third. It's
Okay.
third.
We're
Yeah,
the best shooting city in the league.
they were going nuts. I think we have the video of like the reaction of everyone.
Freaky.
Maybe not. We can keep
Oh,
it.
there it is.
$20,000 half-court shots. $20,000. That ball had eyes. And he's a winner. He's looking for somebody to hug. Cephalosha's like, what'd you do?
No, till the.
I think he's a little fired up. No, but half-court shots.
Okay, are we showing this 3 times?
That ball had eyes. And he's a winner. He's looking for somebody to hug. Cephalosha's like, what'd you do?
It was very surprising to me that she let the guy shoot because she was the one that was hitting all the free throws. He didn't hit anything.
What was kind of weird is that he ran like KD tackled him. He like
straight
runs
to the
for the
bench.
bench, but they weren't having any of it because it was a playoff game. It was kind of embarrassing.
I'm just very surprised on the. If it was me and I was just clanking and my girlfriend hit the 2 free throws that got us in, I would have definitely.
Yeah,
let
but
her
there's no
shoot.
way. Most girls aren't going to be able to get
I
a
don't care.
terrific shot up there. Except that girl could shoot.
Yeah, and what was also disappointing was the attempts by the guy for the Cox bundle. His attempts at the 3.
They were all right on line. He was just barely
Airball.
short.
Airball every time.
Yeah.
If we're going to keep up this mirage that we're the best shooting city in the league, then we need to make those Cox 3-pointers.
I have a question. Do you think that Jeremy Lin is going to be able to consistently match up with Russell? Because Russell obviously I think played well, and I think it seemed to me that that Russell was especially aggressive. I think maybe because it was Jeremy Lin and that he has so much pub that he really wanted to go after him. What do you think? What do you think was up with that?
I don't know. I just think that Russell Westbrook's a lot more big and a lot more physical, whereas Jeremy Lin's more like a cerebral player. He's crafty. He gets to spots. He's quicker. But I honestly think that Jeremy Lin is going to suffer not because of Russell Westbrook, but just mainly because he's an ISO player like James Harden.
Yeah.
And the Thunder just love to pressure and trap. That's all they do once the other team gets across the half-court line. And so that's why ISO players really suffer against us. Like if you watch any of the Dallas series this year, OJ Mayo, totally ISO player. He suffered every single game. So I think that's, why. But, there's also a little bit of that pub reason in there.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a question.
Yeah, we've got an audience
Ross
question.
over here.
David Kringer here joins us, and he's got a beautiful question posed.
Yeah. Since Houston doesn't seem like that much of a threat right now, who do you think the greatest Western Conference foe that we can face so far is going to be?
That's a great question. Go.
Honestly, I think it's either the Grizzlies or the Nuggets because we faced the Spurs before. We know we can beat them. We know how to beat them. And they're a deep team, but they're not as talented as we are. Whereas the Nuggets the Nuggets aren't as talented either, but we've struggled against both of them this season. I mean, the Nuggets, they have the home court advantage because of Denver. It's a mile-high city. And the Grizzlies, they've got, defensive player of the year, your boy Marcus Gasol. They've got and they play a really physical game on the inside. And trading Rudy Gay for Tayshaun Prince really made them a perimeter-oriented defensive team. And if there's a team that can shut us down from the 3 and on the inside, really, really defensive team like that, they'll grind it out in the grindhouse. That's what they call their arena.
The grindhouse?
Yeah, the grindhouse. Grind it out in the grindhouse.
That's interesting.
I think it's either going to be the next series, either the Clippers or the Grizzlies. I'm with you. I think we've figured out a little bit of how to play with the Spurs. Manu Ginobili's banged up. So is Tony Parker. I don't worry too much about them just because of their age, and I think we've kind of figured out how to play against them. The Clippers don't worry me that much because we've proven we can play against them, but they have 11 guys that can really play, and then Chris Paul and Blake that can really, really play. So that makes me a little bit nervous. And then the Grizzlies, they just give us a really hard time. Whatever it is, the defense, they just play us really well. So I think the next series we play is going to be our most difficult.
A quick little update because we're going to go to a break pretty soon. But the Bulls tied up their series with beating the Nets 90-82. And the Clippers are winning by 1, 28-27 with just the start of the second quarter.
Okay.
So
We
one more question before break? Or you got something? You're on.
You got something? Go ahead.
I mean,
You're on.
Okay, well, the audience, I've been hearing some whispers. The audience wants to know two things about Jack and Cooper. And a lot of people want about the mustache. Jack, are you going to keep that going until the end of till the Thunder lose?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how long. That could be long. Well, maybe.
I think Katie likes it.
Hey, I think Katie does like it. We don't know how long it's going to go.
Well, I actually asked
just
Katie
kinda went
directly,
for it.
and her words were no comment.
Okay.
Really?
So take that as you want. Take it as you
Okay.
want.
Well,
And then Cooper,
Yeah.
majority of the female audience wants to know if you can go one button lower. If that's
is
even possible
awesome.
for you.
That is awesome, female.
I'll go 2 for you.
Oh man,
There we go.
I can't handle this. I gotta get off set.
Yeah.
Precursor to the steam room.
Okay, so with that, I think, are we ready for a break? No, we're not.
Yeah, we're gonna.
My notes are wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're all right. Don't worry about it.
Actually, I think we're going to a break.
It's a guess and check game. It's a guess
I
and
have,
check
it with-
I have
let's hit it
another,
with one
I have
more
another question.
Hit me.
My question is,
have to be a
Ashik.
quick
You say it
one.
Ashik? Is that how you say his name?
Yes.
Ashik.
Seek and destroy.
I feel like Ashik was really ineffective last night, and he's kind of a big part of their offense. Is Kendrick that good against him, or did he just play bad? Like, is he going to be able to rebound from the
Very
weak
quickly,
play?
we've only got about 20 seconds.
Okay, Kendrick's main asset against him is that he can prevent him from rebounding because the Thunder are a great rebounding team against the Rockets. But yeah, I don't know. I think that Kendrick is really legitimately good at defending him. He's just a pick and roll guy.
Okay.
Great.
We want to thank Zeb for coming
Yeah,
on.
it was
And
great.
everybody check out welcome to loudcity.com and WTLC at WTLC, right?
At WTLC.
And we'll be right back after the break.
Hey, Graham, you're right on.
Oh, we're on air. Yeah, we're on. Okay, great. Yeah, wonderful. Let me button up this. I can't do the 2 buttons. I can't. Sorry.
All right.
And thank you for staying tuned. We're trying to get the live feed working. I don't know. We're actually on now. If you're watching us on Cox, if you want to switch over to the internet,
Yeah, go ahead.
we're on OUTV.
Or go ahead and tweet that out.
I'm glad it's not hockey anymore because I don't know how many people really want to watch hockey. But we have a bigger studio audience in here. We want to thank everyone for coming. We're going to be doing, after a while, a 2-on-2 trivia competition for some movie tickets. And we're going to do a putting contest with some people in the audience. And maybe people that are here or people that are watching, we're going to give out some tickets to Twitter MVP.
Yep.
And we've got a T-shirt to give out as well.
And a T-shirt. But we're going to talk some normal NBA now,
Yeah.
and then we're going to get to a putting contest with some of the crowd members.
Yeah.
So, but let's see who else. So the Thunder will probably play. They're going to play the winner of the Clippers Grizzlies game, which is going on now. The series, which I think is going to be a good series.
I hope it's the Clippers.
You hope it's the Clippers?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we played them better, but still, I don't like the idea of having to play Chris Paul and Blake Griffin.
They haven't proven anything in the playoffs ever, so I don't
True.
know why we'd be afraid of them.
True. Well, but the Grizzlies don't have Rudy Gay who.
That's right, Rudy Gay who.
So that could be an issue. So
I don't want to play. I don't want to have to be forced to play Kendrick more than we have to. And if we play the
but don't you think we'd have to do that with the Grizzlies?
no.
Who's going to guard Marcus?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't want to. That's why.
Yeah. Okay. That's what you're saying.
Because DeAndre Jordan's not a factor, just like Kendrick isn't. So we wouldn't have to play a 5, and they wouldn't play a 5 either.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
And we usually contain Blake Griffin pretty well.
Yeah, we do a pretty good job.
And Chris Paul hasn't played
The only
that.
thing that worries me about the Clippers is that their second unit's so good and our second unit's so average. Because their second unit, like think about who, like I was talking to somebody. Think about who they have. They have like their top 12
And Blake
players.
Griffin is killing the
He
Grizzlies
is.
right now. He's got 13 points.
Their top 12
5
players
rebounds and 2
are just
assists.
ridiculous. Like
they do have a deep team.
think about who they have coming off the bench. Like they have, let's see here.
Lamar, Matt Barnes, Ronnie Turioff, Ryan Hollins, Eric Bledsoe, and Jamal Crawford.
Are you kidding me?
We've
That's
got
so
D-Fish.
good. We have D-Fish and DeAndre Liggins.
Yeah. Well, I don't think the benches they're not going to be that much of a factor. I think it's going to be strictly.
I agree that they don't play as much of a factor, but I still think that they're going to play some of a factor.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah. I am big on the Celts. Big Celtic guy, David Kringer. Big Celtic guy.
Sweet.
I'm really
proud of you.
Really hoping that they pull off the upset against the Knicks.
I really want the Bulls to win that series.
The series against the Knicks.
The Nets.
The Nets. I think the Nets.
Because I want to see if Derrick Rose will come back for the second round.
He's not going to, dude. It's garbage.
And I love Joakim Noah. I love Joakim Noah.
Yeah, I didn't like him, but he's grown on me a lot. He has grown on me a lot. I like the Bulls a lot. I like the way they play. And I just don't like the Nets at all. I don't like PJ Clayson. I really don't like Darren Williams. I think he's kind of a punk.
He was limited to 8 points tonight.
Darren Williams?
1 for 9 from the field.
That makes me really happy. And
0
my
for 5
boy,
from 3.
who the Thunder need to pick up, if at all possible, Kirk Heinrich, is on the Bulls. So I'm all for that. KU, baby. Graham.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the
Giving
East is
shout-outs
boring.
left and right here in the audience.
Yeah, they are. The Eastern Conference playoffs are really boring.
The Eastern Conference is boring.
Yeah, I mean, like think about who's
The
playing.
Bucks are in the playoffs and they have the record that's sub 500.
The Bucks are tight though, and they gave them a run for their money in the first half.
First half really won them the game, didn't it?
Hey, they're playing by far the best team in the NBA.
I don't care. They're terrible. The West is so much better than the East.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
ridiculous.
There's no doubt about that.
Okay, so Milwaukee and Miami play tomorrow. Boston and New York play tomorrow. And Golden State and Denver play tomorrow. And then we play on Wednesday along with the Lakers and Spurs and the Pacers and Hawks.
Boys, I got a question for you.
Okay.
What's the biggest possible upset of all the series? What do you think would be the biggest upset, or who do you think could pull off the upset at least?
Celtics 7-2, easy.
Probably.
Okay, well,
That's
let's
the only one I can
that's
see.
the only
Cooper,
one- I
bring
mean,
us back to the realm of possibility, please.
I think that's the only one. Well, everybody else is kind of. I mean, what are the Bulls and the Nets? Are they
4-5.
4-5?
4-5. Yeah, they are because the Bulls moved up from 6. 6
And
would be
if the
Hawks.
Bulls win, then it wouldn't be
Pacers.
that big of an upset. The Lakers have no chance against the Spurs. I don't think Golden State has a chance against Denver.
Oh, I
especially now.
do. But it's still
with-
6-3. It's not as big of a.
But that's, I mean, as big as an upset as you're going to
Yeah,
get.
in the playoffs, it's probably true.
So I think that the most logical one is as bad as or as much as it pains me to say, I agree with Jack, and it's the Celtics.
It is the Celtics.
Yeah.
I don't know. If Carmelo Anthony keeps up his play, don't you guys think they maybe sweep them?
But they played pretty good against Carmelo, I thought.
Pretty good. I mean, the Knicks are already up 1-0, aren't they?
Barely did. I thought the Celtics were going to win that game. I love the way the Celtics play Carmelo. If the Celtics could score, they would win, they would have won. They just, down the stretch, can't score the ball.
If Rajon Rondo isn't hurt, where do you think the Celtics would be?
They wouldn't be 7th.
Do you think they'd have a chance to win the East?
Yeah. I think they have. I think they have an outside. No, I shouldn't say that. I think that. By the way, I looked at the preview.
Of
Zeb has them in the. I think coming out of the East.
who?
The Celtics.
Hey, he's the man. I
I believe he
guess.
hasn't won this one, and then winning. Which actually they could, if they win this one, like they have a good chance to beat the Pacers. I mean, better
I
than they
think
do
that the
against
two
Knicks.
teams in the East that have the best chance to beat the Heat are the Pacers and the Knicks.
I like the Pacers' chances.
Pacers because they have to play, or they don't have to, but they play with two big men
Yeah.
who can both score.
And
Roy
Paul George
Hibbert
is at least somewhat of a.
and Roy Hibbert and David West. And the Heat don't want to play with two big guys, even though they have been with Udonis Haslem and Chris Bosh recently. I think they're going to change that lineup and put
Birdman's
Shane
pretty
Battier back in the lineup so they can spread out the floor more. But I think that if the Pacers come in with both, and they gave them a run for their money last year, but that was also because Chris Bosh was out. But I think that David West and Roy Hibbert can give them a lot of problems if they do meet up.
Yeah.
I actually think it's the Nets.
Wait, what
You
did you
think
just
the
say?
Nets?
I said the Nets.
Is that your no doubt stat of the week?
That's my note. No, actually, my no doubt stat of the week came with the half-court shots. Did you know that in a season, 32 out of all 32 teams, at least 33 half-court shots are made within a season? No doubt.
33 have.
No doubt.
All right.
There we go.
So
hey,
From the
This is your
fans, just saying,
semi-
33 within the season. 33.
This is your limited doubt.
This is my limited doubt. I think the Nets, if Williams plays well and they play with the ball movement they did when they kicked the crap out of the Thunder at home. Do you anybody remember that game back in?
I think me and Colton were at that game.
Yeah, I was at that game, and whenever they move the ball like that, they are a hard team to beat. And they're carried by the play of Williams and Lopez. And if Lopez plays well and Williams play well, and then their bench pick up the points that they can. I think they will beat the Bulls, and then they play the Heat. And I do believe they have at least a chance to take them to 7.
Hey, Blair, you're on camera when you're texting right there.
Wow.
Sorry for the call out.
Hey, great question from a lady in the audience, Clovis. Great question. Maya Schiff wants to know what our thoughts about Brandon Jennings' comments on beating the Heat in 6 games.
I don't know, Maya, what do you think
First of
about
all, great question, Maya.
Ross, can we get Maya on
Maya,
camera?
can you come up and join us on the floor, please?
That's a great question.
Maya's shy.
That's a great question.
Oh, she's shy.
I think it was first of all, shout out to Anthony Hake for the Bucks. I think it was a little bit
I'm catching heat from your sister.
a little bit presumptuous for Mr. Monta Ellis for the sub $500 to say that they might possibly be beating the clearly first place Heat. That's a little much, I think.
Yeah. It's the Bucks have no chance. I'm sorry, Hake.
Richard Clements wants to know, Ross, what's up with? First of all, I think you should move. You're right in front of the girls, and he wants to know what's up with your blazer.
Richard, I just thought I'd try and give it up to my idol, Craig Sager.
I don't think Craig Sager would wear something so bland.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I don't have the blazer that he would wear, but I have a very limited closet, okay? I'm not getting paid like he is.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Um,
You look great, Ross. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've actually gotten a compliment. Shout out to Shelby Kirk. She texted me and said, Ross, I love that outfit.
What is she not doing in studio?
She's got Spanish homework or something. I'm sad, too.
and I know we didn't talk about this with Zeb. I think the Rockets are going to beat us in a game.
Do you think they will?
Yeah.
First game in Houston or what?
I don't know when. I think they're going to beat us in a game. The Rockets can go off. Think about how many open shots they missed last night.
I agree.
They missed a lot of open shots, and we played really well.
We missed a lot of open shots, too.
Yeah, we did.
Kevin Martin
I'm
played
just saying.
terrible.
Yeah, he did. I'm just saying that there could be a game when with the stars aligned that they're just on fire and they just don't miss anything. And they beat us because of it.
I've usually been a Tabo hater. I don't
You
think
have.
he brings much to us, but last night he played unbelievable on defense. He kept, and James played about the whole game, but he kept James. I think James only shot 6 for 19 for only 20 points. I mean, 20 points is a lot, but it was all pretty much from the free throw line. But I think Tabo is key, and if he keeps on playing like that, then I don't think that they have any chance.
Yeah.
Because he's like their only option scoring.
Who?
Realistically, Chandler Parsons is great, but Delfino isn't that good. I don't think. Asik isn't going to do much unless he gets a putback. Craig Smith isn't going to do much. I just don't see where the offense comes from in this series besides runouts because they secondary break the junk out of
Yeah,
people.
they do. They get up and down.
Or if it comes from that or James. And if
Yeah.
we keep James in check, then I don't think that we have much of a problem.
Right. No, I would agree. Him and Jeremy are what starts most of their offense, and Jeremy's shooting the ball awful.
He is.
He's not shooting
very well.
three very well. What was it? I wish I could have seen what their 3-point percentage was. It was awful. Like
was pretty bad.
really, really bad. Like they missed like their first 13 threes or something. And they shoot a lot of threes. By the way, I love Kevin McHale. Is he not
He's-
great? And the
It's painful to watch him coach.
walk.
Oh my
It looks like
gosh.
it hurts him every time he
It
steps.
does
I'm like, ugh.
hurt him bad.
And the comeback of the man, the myth, the legend, Kelvin Sampson,
Yep.
the king.
I was thinking about this. Okay, if he gets a job in the NBA,
Right.
does he go back to the denim shirt and take off the jacket after 30 seconds? Is that allowed in the
That
NBA?
was so. I don't really don't know. You don't ever see anybody doing that.
Because their assistant coach sat on the end of the bench was wearing jeans and
I
a
said
collared
that.
shirt.
Did you see? I was gonna say. Wrote that in my notes. Their assistant coach was wearing jeans. I was like, wait, what?
Ripped jeans kind of reminded me of something that Graham Busby would have worn at Perry. But it was just
I didn't. I thought they had a dress code.
I did too. If they're going to allow that, then they should allow people to wear baggy tees.
I aim into that.
So
which Garrison,
and not allow Kevin Martin to wear black.
yeah,
leg
Garrison has talked
sleeves.
about his leg sleeves.
On
It
the
makes
court.
it. He might have the skinniest legs in any for any professional athlete. Those things look like twigs, especially with those tights on. You should make sure and look at them. Like when you start staring at them, you're like,
It's not great to wear black because I think black makes you look slimmer. And the legs, the
Really?
blacks, yeah, fashion.
there you
forward.
go.
Cooper's fashion tip of the week.
Yeah, tip of the week. Oh, I've got. This is a good. Maybe to send our final show of the semester off. Andrew Huber wants to know if we can get a kiss cam in studio.
I don't think it's gonna
Is that possible?
I don't think that's gonna
Audience, what do you
happen.
guys think about that?
I think there's someone that's going to shut
Okay.
that down.
They seem to.
Hey, Blair and Sean are right there.
Okay. Well, okay. Here's my plea.
I mean, Addy and Graham are right there.
You did it in front of 18,000 people, and then Addy tweeted it out today, and people can check it out on the website. So I don't know why you wouldn't grace us with your presence of a smooch.
Oh.
That's just my plea.
Hey,
if we get enough people to tweet about it.
Jack.
Okay, here.
Fan
If
interaction.
we get enough people. We did this earlier in the year.
You can't commit
hold
to
on,
something
hold on.
that she's not
hold
committed
on,
to.
Hold on. I didn't commit to take off my shirt on air, but I said, this is from Andrew too. I said,
Andrew asked
if he
for
gets-
some skin for some
listen,
sorority
listen,
girls.
Listen, oh yeah. If I got 50, if it got like 50 retweets or something, I put a limit on it, I would have taken my shirt off on air. Okay, let's get something right
50
now.
retweets.
How many retweets does it need to be for there to be a kiss cam?
Hey,
we
Ross,
can involve Katie in this. How many retweets?
Ask her. Ask Katie. I can't see it right now.
She
doesn't
apparently
care.
she's
She doesn't
she's
care. She doesn't even need a retweet.
Look at
How
his-
many retweets do you
Oh,
want?
his face, that is priceless.
How many retweets do you want?
How many retweets are we talking here?
30?
40?
30 is a good number.
30 retweets.
30 is a good number. 30 retweets.
Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got at least 30 people in here.
No, we don't.
Everybody retweet it.
Massive audience.
No.
Massive audience.
No.
What are you counting, Jack?
Check.
Why do
We got
people
at least
want
50 people.
Why do you
Check.
want to see this so bad?
Terrible math.
Check out Andrew Huderberg's Twitter, @_Hudy, and retweet his most previous tweet about the kiss cam. And if we get 30, then we can have maybe a kiss cam.
All right, Jack, just to save you some embarrassment, we're going to switch this back to the NBA.
Okay,
What
thank
do
you,
the Lakers
Ross.
have to do to beat San Antonio?
You know what? I think the Lakers are going to win at least one, maybe two games. I think
I mean, we're talking the series.
Yeah, Steve Nash was bad. It kills me to say because I'm a big Nash guy, but he wasn't very good. I still think Dwight can do it. Can play well, but I don't know. It's going to be tough. They're really beat up. I mean, the people that they're playing now are just probably not good enough, especially their point guard. Their point guard wasn't good enough anyway, but Kobe overcame it. But now their guard play is just very, very poor besides Nash.
What I don't understand is everyone on television talking about how good of a defender Steve Blake is. When and where
Who
did
talks
he
about that?
Everybody on the ABC and TNT were talking about, oh, he's a great defender, and D'Antoni was talking about how he's a great defender. I don't know when it's become acceptable to claim that a 35-year-old white guy from Maryland is a good defender.
Not only
Plays
that,
guard.
when did D'Antoni, with his defensive expertise,
D'Antoni?
get to call somebody
D'Antoni?
D'Antoni.
D'Antoni. Okay.
Okay, whatever. Thank you, Cooper. But
You're welcome.
with his defensive prowess as a coach, when did he get to claim that
I
Steve Blake
agree.
is a great
Even
defender?
though you butchered
Can he-
his name,
yes.
that's a great point.
Yeah, can he call anybody a great defender? I know JB Burnett is pulling his hair because he's the biggest Lakers fan ever, talking about how terrible of a defensive coach D'Antoni is. Was that better for you, Coop?
It was still a little off. That's all right.
I have pronunciation problems.
I just think
Get
that,
over it.
I do think they have a problem guarding.
We've got some animosity in the bleachers.
We do?
David Kringer claims that you're really off your game today, and he's about to come take your seat.
I'm off my game. Wow.
We can work that in, maybe.
Well, hey man, maybe we can do something. We can maybe
We can
make
get
some
you a
work
seat
out.
up here if you win the studio.
Yeah, if I'm not playing well, then
Yeah, we can do that, maybe. I mean,
if I'm not playing well,
we're running this place.
Matt Cadigan says Kevin Martin shaves his legs.
Doesn't surprise me. No doubt.
He looks very hairless.
Like a naked mole rat.
He kind of does look like a naked Morat, honestly. I mean,
Ryan Neves, I agree with you.
Ryan Neves has had a great tweet. Ryan Neves says, "Why does Ross look the way he does? I'd like to know whose responsibility it was to get that man dressed." Amen, Neves.
Ross is catching a lot of slack, but hey, he
He
takes
is-
it well. He's
you know
he's
what?
a fighter.
Ross is a champ for
He's a
doing
fighter.
that. And for wearing a jersey underneath with a little chest hair showing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Hey, I always love rocking the chest hair. It's just been my favorite thing ever. But while we're
That's an
talking about
interesting-
this,
that's
we
an
actually do have a
interesting
we actually do have a
camera.
picture of something I think the entire audience and everybody at
Oh,
home wants to
gosh.
see. Can we see that?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Look at that.
Man, that's That's good. That's
Okay.
great.
Hey, all we
Man,
need
that's
is 30 retweets, and
Oh
we
my
can get
gosh.
that one more time.
Live and in color.
But live, this time live for everyone. What? We're at 21 retweets right now.
Wow.
Do you believe in
Wow.
magic?
This is
Sorry,
happening.
I didn't know this was gonna happen.
Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart?
Yeah, we need a song.
What tweet? Where are the tweet? What tweet? What are we talking about? I'm not seeing this.
Look at him. He's starting to sweat. He is getting nervous.
Oh,
Oh, we can maybe need to get that playing.
What
in
is
the background. Except for
I'm
it's
sure
not
somebody's got
Wednesday.
it on Spotify, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we can get that.
Do we have any questions from the crowd quickly before we go to break about NBA? putting you on the spot right now.
Anybody?
Bill
Bill,
Johnson.
here we
Who's
go.
one more.
Bill,
God,
Bill,
he
come
might
on up
be-
here.
He might be studio MVP.
He might be studio MVP. You give him the.
Oh, we need a studio
Let's
MVP.
mock him
Bill,
up there,
Bill,
Ross.
this way. This
That's
way.
a really weird
All right,
camera
Bill.
angle we have over there. It doesn't look
Yeah,
that
no,
weird in the
it's
studio.
an angle. It's
But Bill,
whatever.
trust me,
It's there.
flattering.
All right, Bill. What's your
Hey,
question?
Addy, what's up?
Tweeted about it, but I think Jack ignored it on Twitter. Me and Hoke got a $100 bet. He gave
Oh, I
me the
did see it.
field versus the Heat. Who do you think's going to win?
You have the field and
Yes.
Hoke has the Heat.
I said they don't make it out of the East because the Knicks or Pacers beat them.
I'm
You know what,
taking
Bill?
Hoke.
I'll take Bill.
I think Hoke's got the right thing. I think the
okay,
Heat are
here's
that
what we
good.
do. He's taking your side, Hoke, and I'm taking Bill's side. Whoever wins, whoever loses has to take us to dinner. You two, if you two lose, then you take Bill and I to dinner. If we lose, then we'll take you two to dinner.
Hey, look good for a
Okay.
good meal.
That's a good
Hoke.
bet. I have
that?
one last question.
Okay, go ahead.
Is there a chance that the Thunder or the Heat don't win the playoffs? Is there a chance that a team outside of those two win it all?
Slim, but
I think we're going
And
to
then who would it be if it did happen?
you'd have to think out of
Spurs?
the West. It'd be Spurs or
the Knicks.
yeah, Spurs or Knicks. I guess, but I just don't see a situation when that. Here's the thing: if the Thunder don't get out of the West, then the Heat are definitely going to win. If the Heat don't get out of the East, then the Thunder are probably definitely going to win. So I mean, if both of them, the only chance that one of them wouldn't win is if both of them don't get out of the East and West, which the chances of that happening are slim to none. I would think, especially
Right
in the
now, the
East.
Thunder and the Heat are the two best teams in the league, no doubt. But
That's a real no doubt.
yeah. So I don't see there's anybody else that comes out of it. It's going to come down to those two, and Bill and I are going to get the Johnnies. Okay.
We'll see.
We'll be right back after this break.
Putting contest. Hey, let's do our putting contest right now.
Yeah, sure.
First time to see his legs. Speaking of good legs, right there.
Those aren't skinny. But we're at 30 retweets already. That was quick.
We need to double check that. I'm going to double check that.
We've
You
got
go ahead.
two verified
Go ahead.
people.
I'm going to double check
sorry.
it. I'm going to
It's
double check
happening.
it.
Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to do a putting contest, and then we're going to talk baseball during and after. The rules, whoever wins this gets 2 tickets to the, what is it, the Land of the Lost?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I think it's the
Movies.
one,
Get
it's the
movie
one with all the
tickets.
comedians who at the apocalypse. But we're doing sudden death. We can't win the tickets to the movies, but
No.
we're still going to try to beat you all. You get 1 putt to begin with, and if you make it, then you're still in. If you don't, then you're out. And you just keep. We're going to keep on putting until it's over.
Okay.
Okay,
Sounds good to me. Who's up first?
Kate.
Mrs. Kate Andrews.
This
like
is
that
the lovely
first.
lady that called in to invite.
All right,
us
can we
to
get a
the party.
drum roll? Is that
Hey,
possible?
I think we're also going to be talking some baseball
boy in the
kind of
back.
throughout. Hey, so if you guys got any baseball questions, anybody, if you have any baseball questions, tweet
can
in,
come
call
join us up here when
We're going to be
Ross-
talking baseball.
Okay.
Ross can get you on the air too. So
Yeah, I get you on there.
there we go. First putt. Should we straighten up that?
Whoa,
Little firm. Little firm.
little firm.
Little firm. Hey, should
And
we
she's
straighten this
done.
up?
And
Well, no, you're
she's
not done.
gone.
You're not necessarily done yet. You just way back there. Yeah, just chill back
Yeah,
there. 'cause
we all miss it.
we
I think
don't
Bill
know-
told
we
us
don't
he's
know
going to
if
give us that
Brandon's
cliche,
Okay.
get in the hole.
We have.
on that helmet, it might be a little more comfortable.
We have Perry
Well, he doesn't-
Maroon Great.
We need to get him. We need to get these guys a mic over here.
Jim.
Can I get some free jeans with holes in them?
Jim.
Here we go. Graham
Lines up
Busby.
for the
Get in the hole.
Oh!
Okay, so Kate.
So nothing.
Kate, you're
nothing
still
for-
alive.
Whole regulation
Hey.
size for what?
Kate, you're
Again,
still alive.
hey, be tweeting us in. Be tweeting us in. We want to know what you think. Next we have up Travis Lance. If we can get some, we'll do some. Let's get
Travis-
some audio.
Travis, what are your thoughts real fast before you hit this putt?
And if you make this, you
I
eliminate
have
the other
no
two.
idea.
Beautiful.
Okay, beautiful.
Breathtaking. Look at the concentration.
Quiet in the gallery, please.
Okay,
Me
so
and Cocoon
you,
were
all of
being
y'all
your-
are in.
Well, I
I'll
guess
go
they're technically
first.
still in, but
They're
I mean,
still in.
I'm about to cash this.
They're in for the.
Now it's time for the anchor competition. This is where it really heats up.
Hey, you make this, I'll have Diane make it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
All right, here we go.
That was
He was in here for like 30 minutes practicing before.
flush, is what that was.
We'll see.
I can tell he's gonna miss already.
Oh, that's short.
Short. Like. Okay, so you can't putt again, but you three are back on.
Oh
and-
yeah, okay, thanks, dude.
Yeah, well,
You-
you're
you
done.
Go ahead.
I beat you, and I beat you in the anchor competition. This is the fan competition. Okay. That we can make that work. Long again.
I mean, it's on target.
Okay, so we can talk baseball right now if we'd like. Hoke, you got any thing you like to questions about with the Rangers? No. You think they're going to take over the first place? Okay, so even with Matt Harrison on the DL.
Yeah, with pretty much the whole pitching staff.
Okay, so Stephen Hoke believes that the Rangers are going to overtake the A's in the AL West. I'm not so sure about that.
Here we go. Wait, did you make yours, Kate?
No.
Did you make yours? God. Someone's going to have to step up and make a putt.
This is a little pathetic.
This is a little bit pathetic. Someone needs to step up. Come on, Androuse, let's go.
I have a
Here we
really good
go.
feeling about this right here.
She needs to step up and hit one. Somebody needs to. I'm a little frustrated.
Oh.
Come on.
Okay.
If somebody doesn't step up, we might need to take another person out of the studio audience to hit one. Addison, maybe. I like Graham's chances, though. I think the Belichick sweatshirt's got it.
Oh, wow. And he's in. Okay, so that's one.
Hey, just like in Perry.
What is that?
So if he makes it, then you'll all keep going. But
So
if he doesn't-
Kate's eliminated.
But then if he doesn't, then Nicole gets to go on a date.
No, well, there's only one winner.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2 tickets.
Yeah, but we're only making one person gets 2 tickets, so I'm saying.
Okay.
So
That
we're
was
gonna
close.
All right, here we go.
Putt off, here we go.
Putt off.
The 2 of them.
Should we get like
Mr. Busby has the.
2 golf balls going at the same time?
Yeah, if we had 2 golf balls, we could.
Yeah, but
Or we don't, obviously.
How would that work too?
Or 2
No, just
putters.
Oh!
Okay.
All right,
That was it.
Travis.
All
Who would have
For the
thought?
win.
Who would have thought it'd be so hard to just hit a very simple, straightforward putt?
I didn't, because I got
Yeah.
the first one. Is the 30 retweets verified?
Yes, it's verified.
I'm so happy
I
that's
just don't
happening.
understand what people love about.
Oh! He fumbles it.
What was he
Did we get
doing?
that on- Did we get that on camera?
What just happened?
Was that on
That was
camera?
awesome.
I duffed it.
Wow.
Okay, so is it continued,
Travis,
or,
are you-
or did you win?
No,
Oh,
he
well.
didn't make it, did he?
Okay.
Yeah,
so
we're
it's
continuing. We're gonna continue it.
Good.
You guys
I
are-
don't understand people. What joy do people take in seeing other people kiss on air?
If you won't do it, I will.
Oh. Oh! He whips it in.
That was a Tiger on 16.
Okay. This is Angel Cabrera,
Here we go. He's
18th
got the
green.
pressure now.
the leaders in the clubhouse for the playoff.
Oh, we have a winner.
And that's it. Graham Busby.
Mr. Graham Busby.
Congratulations.
Hey. Congratulations, sir.
Good job, guys.
Nicole's going to have a great time. I'm happy for you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I wish we had a jacket to give you, but in the meantime, you're going to have to go over that chair.
You coming on stage with us? First time ever?
I'm making a secret guest appearance right here. This is the first time I've ever been on the actual stage.
There's
great.
our adoring fans right there. As
What
we,
a
as we
flawless
reset it.
transition we just did there.
Yeah. Hey, if you want to come
impressed.
up here, do you have any food left?
Yeah.
No. Gosh, some
Wow,
of
and
you
there
guys
it
took
is.
it down.
Okay, so we have a request. Okay,
What
we
is
have
it?
another request from Twitter.
Okay.
The first request was you and the Kiss Cam. The second request
Oh, I don't like the sound of that at all.
is, from our loyal listener from Suwanee, Tennessee. Mr. Richard Clements wants to know if Ross can lose the blazer, and if we can get a crowd reaction to see what they feel about this. If you can lose the blazer, so we can see your biceps.
Okay, for one, Richard, I'll do it, but I'm going to warn you right now that I don't actually possess biceps, so.
But
Don't be
are
so
they
bashful.
pasty?
What? Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
And do you have
For
a shirt
sure.
under the jersey?
No, I do not.
Okay, then go ahead and lose it,
Chad
please.
said, "Why
Well,
couldn't
no. We gotta get a certain amount of retweets.
I make the rules here, and I didn't say.
Huber makes the rules.
Who
Huber
makes the rules?
Yeah, and I didn't say we need a
retweet thing is
retweet.
only necessary. We'll go with
Okay.
the low ball 15 retweets.
15 retweets.
15
Of
retweets,
whose
I'll lose the
tweet?
blazer.
Richard Clements at RH Clements.
Can Ross lose the blazer so we can see how big his biceps are? That one?
Yes.
Okay. People might want to be checking that one. But do we have anything on baseball? You got anything?
Do I got anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Yankees, my team, aren't playing as bad as I expected them to. It's terrible that Derek Jeter will be out until after the All-Star
I
break,
know. That would
along
have
with
bad
A-Rod.
news, dude.
Frustrating for me, but I don't know. But my fantasy team is playing great, except for it's interesting because in our first couple shows when we started talking about baseball, I said that the Rays were going to be a contender in the AL East. And I don't see how they're going to be able to be a contender when David Price doesn't pitch well. Even though they beat the Yankees tonight in the division game. A couple things that I've liked from the past couple weeks with the season is it's kind of cool how there's an interleague game every single day of the season.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't always been a fan of interleague, but with it being all the time, I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like interleague a lot. We have a question from our studio audience, Ross. From
the leader in the pack. Leader in the pack for the studio MVP, Bill Johnson, is on the mic.
Okay, I have 2 baseball questions. One, the Brewers have the longest active winning streak in baseball. Want to hear what you all think about that?
Okay.
And 2, Dale Swain said today that he would consider sending down Anthony Rizzo and Starlin
That's just
Castro
dumb.
if they did not pick up their play. So, and also,
Rizzo's the man.
if you all would like to comment on the Cubs, took a lead in the 13th and then gave up a walk-off in the bottom of the 13th. So, Cubs doing Cubs things.
Who gave it
Cubs
up?
doing Cubs things.
Bill, do you know who gave up the walk-off?
Probably Kevin Gregg, now that he's back, or some terrible other arm out of our bullpen who no one's ever heard of.
Fantastic.
With the Brewers, I think it's Ricky Weeks has been playing well, and so is Ryan Braun. So I think that has to do with the Brewers' win streak. They're playing in a tough division, even though the Cubs aren't playing well. The Reds and the Cardinals are good. The Pirates can sneak up on people, especially with A.J. Burnett pitching well and with Andrew McCutchen. But I don't think that's the best division. You said the Brewers, but I think you meant the Braves.
Brewers are on the longest active winning streak.
Okay, the longest active. Well, the Braves came out in the season red hot. The Upton brothers in the outfield and what's scary about the Braves is they don't have Freddie Freeman right now, and they don't have Brian McCann, who are mainstays in the middle of their lineup. So the NL East is the best division in baseball currently.
Does it?
Seems that way. Unfortunately, not the NL Central. But
Do you think the Braves right now are the favorites if they keep this play up to win the World Series?
Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't be.
I mean, the start they have is unreal. They started
13-5 right now.
13-5. They started off like 11-2 or something.
Better than that.
Yeah,
they've lost 3 in a row.
They
lost 3 in a row recently, but on their original start, I mean, and once they get McCann back and Freddie, they should be incredible.
Yeah.
Yep.
No doubt about that.
The lineup for
What's
sure.
surprising is your Red Sox.
Oh man, I love that. Unfortunately, Jackie Bradley's about to get sent back down, but with the addition of Big Papi now, the thing with Big Papi is he is old and he'll have one really good year, and then the next year he won't be good at all. And I don't know. So hopefully Big Papi comes in and produces. But right now I'm really loving our rotation. It looks like John Lester and goodness gracious me, Buchholz are going to be.
He's on my fantasy team. He's been pitching
great. Yeah, no. If they can keep up what they're doing, that's what carries the team. We're going to produce runs, but I mean, if we don't pitch well, we won't win.
Even though it's surprising, the Red Sox leading the division, I think the biggest surprise is the Royals, who are leading the NL or the AL Central.
Mm-hmm.
They've had young talent for years. The problem with them is they always traded away. You know, they've finally held on to it with Hosmer and some of their young pitching. They traded away Greinke. Whenever they traded Greinke, I thought they had just ruined themselves, really, kind of, you know, for the future. But by trading away Greinke, they've actually been able to acquire young talent in a team that they can build on.
Yeah. It's surprising because they have the MVP and the Cy Young in their division and the AL's representative for the World Series last year, the Tigers, who aren't playing that well. But yeah, it's I'm pulling for
baseball.
the
It just changes every year. It's so weird. It's just you never know what's going to happen. I mean, one year you'll have an MVP candidate like Albert Pujols completely go. What did he start off this season for and never recovered? He hit under 300 last year, I believe. I mean, just. And is he really doing that much better this year? I mean, are we going to see the Albert Pujols we used to see ever again?
It's tough. Both Josh and Albert haven't been really playing up to their contracts or their previous seasons, but it's still pretty early.
Josh is early, so I think we still can wait and can hold out on Josh. Pujols, I'm going to give him till the All-Star break, and then I'm going to kind of call him out for the season.
Right, Ross is going to go ahead and make that statement.
Yeah.
What about OU baseball? They dropped us.
Yeah, it was a really bad series.
They have one more left this weekend.
We play Texas Tech this weekend.
Do we have one more away?
We had a game. Our game tomorrow against Arkansas got canceled because of weather. But we play Texas Tech, our last Big 12 series, in Norman this weekend, which should be a fun one to go see because Ray Hayward, who used to be pitching coach at OU, and former great player here, is their pitching coach now, and Tim Tadlock is their head coach, who used to be OU's first base coach. So there's a lot of Oklahoma and OU connections, so it'd be a fun one to go out to see. And we're finally going to have some good weather, I think. It's starting to get hot.
Yep.
So really looking forward to that.
I know we're going to talk a little bit. I'm pretty sure we talked about, did you watch the Gruden quarterback schedule with Landry?
Yes, I did.
I thought he was really good. I thought he handled himself well.
I was surprised he called out everybody that he called out.
Me too. But I think it's impressive because I think
he
everyone
expressed his discontent with the Belldozer package.
Yeah, see, I think everyone assumes Landry's kind of this quiet, soft kind of guy, and I think you got to see he has that kind of fiery, competitive spirit.
What I think the biggest Landry Jones family headline of the week was Whitney Hand getting drafted. And I think the plan for her is she's going to sit out this year and maybe hopefully join them in 2014. So maybe if he gets to go to a good team and a team that he wants to stay with, then she'll decide if she wants to play or not.
Yeah.
I think that's the way that they'll go about it. But
yeah,
I
thought it was a good little interview for him. I think he did really well. Gruden loved him.
He did pretty well in the
skills
workout
part
of the show. And what was really concerning was Bill Polian saying that he was the number one quarterback on his.
I saw Bill
I was gonna
Polian.
say you thought about that.
He was on NFL 32. I saw Bill Polian. He didn't necessarily say that. He said that because he thought Landry was so complete, but that he thought it was a bad quarterback class, and that Geno Smith wasn't that great, and that Landry had the arm and the capabilities of being the best quarterback in the draft. Not necessarily an amazing quarterback, but the best in the draft from what he saw.
What about Matt Barkley? If he had left last year,
Yeah,
what would he have been? Was he
hurt himself
arguably
a
the
lot.
number?
He would have been in the top five.
Top five quarterbacks picked, and top five
players.
Top five players
top
picked.
five
and
players
now,
picked.
I think he would.
So they're going to go one quarterback, two quarterback.
Who?
Last year, Andrew Luck 1, RG3 2.
He would have. Well, okay, so I guess you're right. I guess he would have been top. He would have been up there. He would have been better than he was.
He would have
this
been
year.
first round. Is he going to be first round this year? It's not looking like he will. He's missing out on millions of dollars
I don't know.
because he
He could
decided to
still be
stay
in
an
the
extra
first round.
year and performed horribly as well. So is his team.
Yeah, he could still be in the first round, but yeah.
It's
Lane Johnson, I saw is
top 10.
yeah. I
He's
saw
in the green room, so
I saw
hopefully he
today,
goes early.
yeah, I saw today 9.
That's like the worst thing for me, I think. And the draft, I think, is this Thursday. And the worst thing for me is like when Aaron Rodgers was in the green room and he just sitting there the entire time, or Matt Leinart, even though I don't like him, he's just sitting there and they keep showing him, and he can't do anything about it.
No, it's the worst.
So I hope that, especially because he's from OU, that he gets taken early and
me too.
quickly.
I agree. I hate when Aaron Rodgers went.
That's what I said. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. And he was just sitting in there. They just show him in there forever, and they're just sitting there. It's just so uncomfortable.
Nick Hoover wants to know what we think about Tony Jefferson and Kenny Stills and where they're going to go.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm really interested. I've heard a lot of different things about both of them.
I think that Tony is going to get drafted higher than Kenny.
You think Tony is?
Yes. And I think that Tony will get drafted 4th round or lower. So 4th round to 5th round to 6th round.
You think Tony will?
And I think 4th round is really high for him. I think it's probably going to be 5th round. And I think Kenny goes like 7.
You think that
7th
low?
round? Yeah. I don't think that there's that many teams that want a receiver who is not one of the best receivers in the draft, but also that has the off the field issues that Kenny has had. With the DUI that he had a couple years ago, I don't know, the questionable decisions that he's made. I don't know. I just don't see him being taken very high.
No, I
Bill thinks Tony Jefferson did the Skins in the 2nd round, which is outrageous.
Tony Jefferson the Skins in the 2nd round.
We have a question.
We do have an audience question.
Okay.
Snitches.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
I'm joined by our lovely audience member, Addison Hubbard, and she has a fantastic question for you two.
Okay.
Again with the awkward sign.
Snitches here.
Okay.
Hello, Addison.
Who do you think will go number 1 in the NFL draft?
Ooh.
Putting you guys on the spot.
Pick.
She said the first draft, and everyone's saying it's going to be Luke
I think it's
Jokel
gonna be Luke
or
Jokel,
Eric
the
Fisher, the
offensive
tackles,
lineman.
the linemen.
Yeah. I think Deion Jordan is going to sneak up from Oregon. He's going to go pretty high. But I don't think, especially with the Chiefs trading for Alex Smith. I don't think they wasted on.
It's just kind of boring. Like these, I mean, it makes sense why people would have offensive linemen, but it's just like every year now it's going to be all offensive linemen. Sorry, Bill and David, but I mean it's all offensive linemen. You know.
Yeah.
Like I want to see some quarterbacks or running backs. You never see running backs anymore taken high unless they're like AD.
There's no need to.
Well, because they're just going to be hurt in 2 years. They're disposable. But still,
TJ Yeldon will get drafted very high.
yeah, he
count on
will.
that.
He will. But it's just hard. It's hard to have people that are really drafted high, which is weird. And you know what? I was talking to someone about this the other day. When, like, other than AD, does OU have a single like pretty good NFL player? I guess they have Trent Williams, offensive guard,
Trent
and
Williams, great. DeMarco.
What is it?
and Curtis
Lee
Lofton.
Selman?
No, we're talking currently.
Currently now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
DeMarco, if he stays healthy.
Yeah.
DeMarco is one.
Curtis Lofton starts.
Curtis Lofton, when he first entered the league, was an elite linebacker for the Falcons.
Yeah.
I think that's a little outrageous.
No, I'm just saying for as good as we are, we don't put out near the NFL talent that other teams put out. That's very clear.
Brian Broyles.
Is Sam Bradford?
Brian Broyles is a very average.
Jermaine.
Doesn't even start. Jermaine starts.
Sam.
Yeah,
Trent Williams.
Okay, I'm just saying
Sam's
a lot of these are.
achieving, but you also have to look at his team.
I'm saying for as good as we are in college, the amount that we put out isn't near of what a lot of the major programs put out. And I think that's very. I think that's pretty obvious.
Gerald McCoy.
Oh yeah.
Pro Bowler.
Yeah, but Gerald McCoy isn't even near as good as he is now anymore.
What? He was a Pro Bowler this last year.
Yeah.
Rodney Poole.
Derek Strait just got signed
Garrett
again.
Hartley. That's the best one I've heard all day.
Rodney Poole got laid out.
I think that you're overlooking.
Garrett Hartley is.
No, I'm not saying we don't have NFL players. They're just very, for the most part, we have very average NFL players.
Trent Williams was a.
Okay, I'm sorry. Besides a couple
we
people.
had 3 Pro Bowlers. I hope you know that. This last year.
Who?
AD, Trent, and Gerald McCoy.
Okay.
There aren't that many teams out there that had more than 3 Pro Bowlers. Colleges.
I don't know. I'm just saying for the most part, we don't have a big crop of. I'm thinking about it this year. Our highest person is going to be drafted in what, the 4th, 5th round?
This is an off year besides
Lane
Johnson.
Lane Johnson.
But the fact is that we always have people drafted in the first round, and we had a streak where we had a tremendous amount of people being drafted in the first round.
Yeah, I just don't think. I just wish we produced more NFL stars that we had to root for.
We produced plenty of NFL stars.
Who other than AD have we produced in Sam in the past 5 years been an NFL star that you've been able to root for? Josh Heupel, Jason White.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look over this list, and we're gonna talk about the Pro Bowlers that we have this.
Okay, we're doing our trivia contest
yeah.
right after this. We're gonna have a little contest. So with the answers, be tweeting those in. We're gonna get those to you, and stay tuned and tweet us in at the Pat. And welcome back here.
We're back with the Pat.
We are back.
First time to do it this week.
Yeah, I know. We're going to be doing some trivia stuff with some. We got 4 contestants in the studio. They're going to be doing this. Make sure you're staying in. Keep tweeting us. We're going to be asking trivia questions. If you know the answers, tweet in. If they don't know them, we'll get your answers on the thing. We want to know what you think. And again, if you have any other questions, we're going to do the steam room after this. So also let us know about the steam room. We're going to get steamy in here.
But the way this is going to work.
Yeah, you can explain the format. It's like baseball.
We're gonna ask a question. If you get it right, then you keep on going. And the object is to get to home. So if you what happens if you get one wrong? You go back to home.
No, I think you just stay where you are. You stay where you are. The first team to get like a home run wins.
Okay, so.
Well, or we could do the first team to like 2 runs wins.
2 runs, yeah, we can do that. Did we decide who's gonna go first over here? Are you all gonna go first? Okay. All right. I'll start out with the first question. Mr. Stephen Hoke and Bill Johnson, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. We'll give you 30 seconds for each answer. Okay.
No phone
You can
usage.
confirm or with each other, but then we're going to ask you all, Sean and David, a different question. Okay. Or maybe not. We'll figure that out when we go. Okay. First question. What are the official colors of the University of Colorado at Boulder?
This is such a funny question.
Black and gold?
I'm sorry. That's incorrect. It's silver and gold. It's tricky, isn't it? That's why I asked it. There's no silver in their uniforms. That's why it's wild. Okay, go ahead.
All right. I'll go ahead and go next. I got a lot of good questions here. Hey, I know that is a little bit softball. I'm gonna try to get mine one that's not too hard.
I should just say that for the championship.
Okay.
But sorry.
Here's a good one.
First one I wrote down.
See, I started looking for questions. I felt like they were a little too hard, so I started easing up a little bit. So I'm gonna try to find one that's not too bad. Where did Coach Mike Krzyzewski go to college? He played basketball for a famous basketball coach.
I'm going to say Indiana.
Indiana? Close, but he
That's
played at the
where-
University of Army under Mr. Bob Knight.
Not at the University of Army.
Well, I
It's
guess the Army
West Point.
yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So
Well, now we're kind of still even. Those are two fairly difficult.
they were very difficult. They were fairly
Okay.
difficult. We'll ease it up because you guys can't probably get there.
Here's one. Okay. How many touchdown passes did Landry Jones have this past season?
See, that's hard.
That is really hard.
Huh?
I was supposed to know the specific amount of passing yards he had.
I'm going to say 22.
Oh. Does anyone in the audience think they know? How many? 43. That's even farther off. Anybody? Does the other team?
He said 43. The other team, you guys get a
Other
guess.
team, you go ahead and try.
We're going to say 30.
That's one of the
Wow.
money. That's one. That's a single.
Yeah,
And
you guys do it.
You guys
Let's
go
do-
get. Hey,
No doubts out of the week.
No doubt.
No doubt, he knew it. No doubt.
Answer of the week.
Hey, all right, we were up tempo, Bill. There you go. There you go,
Okay,
Bill.
you got the question?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay, this is for a double.
This is
Or
for
to go to second base.
This is to go to second base. And we're not talking about. Oh, never mind. Here we go. Let's see. I'm trying to find one that isn't like, it's a mixture. Okay, here's a good one. This is good, Dave. You better get this one. Serge Ibaka is the leader in block shots this season, obviously. That's his specialty. But who is the all-time leader in block shots in the NBA?
Dikembe Mutombo.
You're gonna need to. Can you speak into the mic?
Yeah, can we talk?
Dikembe Mutombo.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. That would be Mr. Hakeem Olajuwon.
We
Graham
probably
had
should have
it.
thrown it back.
Oh, I
but-
probably should have thrown it back. Kind of
but
killed it.
okay.
Sorry, you two.
You guys are on first base, and now you guys are up. Okay. How many wins the Thunder have in their inaugural season in Oklahoma City and their first 32 games?
3.
That's correct.
Wow.
No. Steven and Bill, you all are still up. Jack's going to have a question for you so you can go to second base.
Okay. Let me try to find a good one here. Again, some of these are kind of easy. That one is really hard. Here's a good one. Kind of easy for some people. Who was AD's backup when he broke his collarbone in 2005, I believe? No, it's not what you think. Well, it kind of is.
Well, he's talking to Ross.
I'm talking to Ross. Easy over there, Kringer.
What's our time on this?
You got 10 seconds. You got 10 seconds.
Alan Patrick.
That's
Wow.
correct. No, you're still up, Steven. You're going to third base.
Wow, they're on second.
Okay, so update. Sean and David are on first base, and Hoke and Bill are on second base. Okay, this is to get to third base. I think you have to have somewhat of a difficult question.
That's fair enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
they should get harder.
Yeah. What was Blake Griffin's? I'm not going to ask for the point whatever, but what was his points per game his final year at OU?
$18.
Oh, Bill, you should have stuck with your original gut. It was 22. But there was a good attempt.
Not bad.
He saved you with Alan Patrick. It's okay. You guys can. JD Ronald. Oh,
Jacob
Goody was great.
Gutierrez, Goody,
Okay.
dude. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna do some more NBA alma maters here, I think.
Okay.
If I can, maybe not. Okay, I'll just do a different one.
They're trying to go to second base.
Second base, so not too hard. Where did this one's kind of easy?
It's very easy.
Well,
We got a
where
joke
did
over
John
here.
Elway go to school? The quarterback for
Stanford.
Okay.
correct.
You're on second base.
You're on second base. We're all knotted up at second base, people.
Okay. So that when we were just talking about Pro Bowls. Yeah, I know. We were talking about Pro Bowls. Who were the starting quarterbacks for the NFC and AFC this year in the Pro Bowl? And we don't want the answers because I'm going to pass it back to you all if they don't get it correct. And you've got 20 seconds. And if the audience could please keep their answers to themselves.
Wow, who's cheating over there?
I think it's over in that corner. Can we get 5 seconds? And then we're going to need an answer.
Peyton Manning and Matt Ryan.
That's incorrect, and we'll pass it to the other team. This is to go to third base.
Drew Brees and Matt Shaw.
And those are even more wrong.
How could they be more wrong?
Well, because they got at least one right.
Okay.
And you all didn't get any. It was Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers. Oh, yeah. But good try. Jack, now this is for you all to go to second base or third base. Third base, and y'all are on third base? Okay, so they're both on second base, both trying to go to third base.
Okay. Who's okay? Because I gotta ask it for certain people. 'Cause I know you guys' specialties. I'm gonna go back with the college thing because it's kind of like I think it's fun to ask who went where. Where did Chauncey Billups go to college? The guard for the Clippers.
We know who he is.
Well, I wanted to make sure everyone else at home knew who he was. Yeah, I mean this is a power conference. You'd think.
Every question.
You think what?
Graham.
You know it?
You guys
Of
have
course, Graham knows
15
it. Graham
seconds
knows it.
left.
There we go, baby. We're about to pass it to the next people.
No, because they saw the answer. We're not going to pass this one.
Villanova.
No.
Wrong. That's all right. Next time.
Colorado.
There you go.
Yeah, but I ruled out the question. We're not passing that one. Well, I've got another one for you, okay? This is another question pertaining to the first Thunder season in Oklahoma City. How many players on the Thunder team are still existing from that current team, from the first 2008-2009 team? It's very tense in this building.
It is tense in here.
15 seconds. Ten.
We're going to go 3.
That's correct. And could you name them, just to name them?
Collison, Durant, and Westbrook.
That's correct. Okay, so y'all are on third base. This is to get 1 run. Are we doing 1 run or 2 runs?
What?
Whatever. Just ask the question. You have no clue what's going on.
Yeah, I don't. I'm out of it. I'm sorry. I just got to make sure I have a hard enough question for the home run. I don't want to put something easy.
I've got one.
Okay, you have one? Go
This
ahead.
is a fan question. Okay?
I need
Richard
to-
Clements. He wants to know.
Okay, this is going to...
Yeah, this is a good one. This is a really good
Okay,
one.
go ahead.
What players in Space Jam have their talents stolen by the
Oh,
Monstars?
the players. Okay.
What NBA players have their talents? Please,
Graham knows this
fans,
one. I know this one.
please stay in your seats.
Do we have all 5? We sure
And
know?
there's 5?
There's 5.
You got 20
Yeah, you guys can
seconds.
steal.
20 seconds.
10 seconds.
What if we get 3?
5.
Okay,
4,
okay. Wait, we got
3.
Barkley, Pippen, Bradley, Dirk.
We're going to go ahead and end this. Pass it to the other team.
That is not correct.
You have the 5 players.
The 5 players from the
Barkley,
Yes.
Kemp, Sean
Who?
Kemp. Sean Kemp.
Yeah, and you're also wrong. God. Sean Kemp was not. His talents were not taken.
Are we sure Sean Kemp wasn't one of them?
Yes, I'm 100% positive. Let's here come out on the stage and we'll let you answer it.
Larry Johnson, Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues and Larry
Those are
Johnson.
yes, and
And
you're
Sean
missing one.
Wiley. Here we go. Let's hear the last one.
My 5 was Muggsy Bolt, Larry Johnson, Patrick Ewing,
Patrick Ewing.
Charles Barkley, and Sean Bradley.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
There you go.
That doesn't count.
Actually, that is a really good one.
That was a good question.
That
We
was a good
appreciate
one.
that. We need. It stays with them because you all were asked the original question. What?
Great tweet, Chad Wallace. Great tweet.
Okay, Jack, you have a question?
Shoot, I guess I can come up with one.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to go back to the alma maters. Kind of fun.
Here, I've got. Here's a good one.
Question? Whose question is it? Oh, that's a good one. What university did the head coach of the Thunder, Scott Brooks, attend? Stephen Hoke seems to think he knows.
20 seconds. Speak in the mic so we can see what you're thinking over there, Sean.
I have no clue.
15 seconds.
Let's do it. Pepperdine.
Why not? Let's do it, sir.
10 seconds.
Pepperdine.
That's incorrect.
That's
Was
close.
your-
That's close.
Okay, I was going to ask for a rephrasing of the question. Where did he get his coaching start?
No.
No, it's
Where did he attend college?
Where did he get his degree
That
in play?
You were right when you said it was in California, and they were close to Pepperdine.
Santa Clara.
No, UC Irvine. Okay, now it's still your all's question. The beta team. Do you have a question over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. So you're at home?
They're third base.
Third
They're
base?
Third base.
Okay.
Trying to go home to win.
So it's in the spirit of the Thunder too. Is we're gonna go back to some colleges. What college did Kevin McHale attend?
That's a tough one.
The Rockets coach. It's in a major Power 6 conference.
Uh, 20 seconds.
Yeah, we might need to get some lifelines in here. These guys are struggling. We might have to make these questions easier.
10 seconds.
Michigan State.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it. Minnesota. Wow, I thought Minnesota was about to come out of your mouth. No, Minnesota.
So we're going to pass it back. Are you all on second base or third base? Second?
They're on second.
Okay, so they're trying to get to third.
All right. Well, hey, we'll make it easier.
Well,
make it easier.
we already said Minnesota. Sorry, Takach. Okay, let me think. I didn't think it was going to take you all this long to get all the questions in.
Can I get some water?
Yeah, maybe we can probably do that.
We got a few Cubs questions.
I got one.
Okay.
Which David should get this one. I'm kind of tossing you a softball on this one, Dave. Just trying to give some more Thunder stuff. Who did Clay Bennett buy the Sonics from? Who was the owner of the Sonics when they bought them?
Do you need full name or just last name?
Full name. Well, okay. We'll accept
the last name. I'll accept the last name.
Okay, fine. Howard Schultz.
Yes, Howard Schultz.
Okay.
Good.
They're
good
both
job.
on third base.
Good job. Both on
So
third job.
this is getting just a little wild.
It is good. We got a close finish here. Hey, if you guys got any questions, tweet us in. Or you got any answers? Let us know.
Yeah, because we're struggling.
It's a lot more difficult to come up with numerous trivia questions than you think. Hey, Garrison wants to know where a water not rise. That's a great question. I didn't even think about that.
Who knows?
We don't know what happened.
Chance to rebuttal if they score first here?
Yeah, we'll give you guys a shot. We'll give you guys a shot to rebuttal. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Tanner Teep's got a good one. You like that one?
That's really hard.
Okay, what if we just do the 5 starters?
Okay.
Okay.
This is to win?
Huh?
No, if this is to win, name them all. Who are the entire members? This is so easy for them. They have the poster. Who are the entire members of the 92 Dream Team?
Yeah. Okay.
You better not screw this up now that you're so confident.
Yeah, I know. Okay, you got to keep it count for me, okay? Because there's a lot of them. Okay, we have Karl Malone.
Okay.
Stockton.
Okay.
Jordan.
Yep.
Magic Larry.
Yep.
Leitner.
Yep.
Drexler.
Yep.
Mullen. Of
Yep.
course.
How many is that? 8?
8.
Hit it to 12.
You're missing a cut 3 I know of.
Okay. We're missing some bigger guys. David Robertson.
Yep, that's a good one.
Did you already say?
There's 3 left.
Yeah. I should have done it by position. That made a lot of sense. Let's go
A
through.
mental list.
Yeah, mental list.
Okay, I'm gonna
Scottie Pippen. I didn't say him.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
I'm gonna give you 15 seconds.
You got
get
2
the last
more.
10.
You got 2 more.
Okay. Point guards.
One of them you should miss.
Yeah, I know. Jordan, Larry, Magic.
5 seconds.
I already said Drexler. God, I know him. Barkley already said him.
No, we
No,
didn't,
that's
but
one
we
right
did
there.
Barkley.
You got one more.
I got one more.
I'll give you 5 seconds.
What position? Point guard.
Oh no, I don't know.
Okay, we'll pass that along.
You're missing.
1.
Well, I don't remember who he said. I don't.
Okay,
We'll just name
rename,
all
and we're going to need that group to be quiet and cover their mouths, please. And look this way, if you wouldn't mind.
So we're restarting.
Start from the very beginning.
Okay. Point guards are. Okay.
Yeah, that is kind of not fair. They did name all of those already.
Name it. Just do it all.
You want us to go? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Barkley.
Leitner,
Leitner. Robinson.
Robinson.
Uh,
Drexler. Pippen.
Jordan.
How much?
Stockton. Malone.
Mullen.
We've got 30 seconds, so we got to go a break.
You got 30
so you've
seconds
got
to go to break.
20
You
seconds to
better-
answer.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get this one. I think we might have made this one
Reggie
too
Miller.
long. No, he was on the second one. You know what?
The first group was right, except for they left out Patrick Ewing.
Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing. I almost said it.
Okay, we've got 10 seconds.
We're coming
What we're
back.
gonna do is-
We'll finish it right when we come back. First
And
thing.
it'll get a little
Sudden
steamy.
death, and we're getting
Yeah.
our steam room.
Okay.
Hey, we'll do one more question. Almost.
And we just asked a question, and they've got four of the 5. It was the top 10 NFL draft picks from the University of Oklahoma.
Hey, real quick,
the last
what's got
10
you
years.
steamy? Tweet us in. Tweet us in the meantime.
Yes.
What's got you steamy?
And they have so far Sam Bradford, Joe McCoy, Trent Williams, Adrian Peterson. They have 1 left. And that's incorrect.
What was the question?
The top 10 NFL draft picks from the University of Oklahoma in the last 10 years.
Top 10 NFL. Oh, okay, I see. That is a good one. Good one, really good one. We're going to need to hurry this one up. By the way, we've hit the 400 follower mark. That's a big deal. So thank you guys. Yeah, we'll get a round of applause for that. Round of applause. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Chato. Chato was our last one. Caleb Cato. Oh man, that kid. All right, you guys need to hurry up. Time limit's up.
Jamal Brown.
Roy Williams. Okay, here's the last question.
We're gonna do the last question. If you guys don't win it, then hey, you
Here's
guys
the
both
question.
win. And
Whoever shouts it out first.
Yeah.
we have 2 shirts. You have that extra shirt, don't you?
Yeah, but it won't fit Bill.
Assuming they don't win, we got 2 shirts for you guys.
Yes,
whoever
we can
wins.
get one for you. What university did Randy Johnson attend?
Randy Johnson?
Yes, the pitcher, the lefty pitcher.
Chad Johnson went to Langston. Vanderbilt.
Can I get? Is it like Arizona? No.
No, it's USC. Okay. Okay.
Hey, you guys can farkle over it later, and we'll decide who wins that way.
Okay. Where did Jerry Rice go to school?
Southwestern Mississippi State.
No. Close. It's Mississippi Valley State University. Okay. I'm going to keep on ripping these out.
Hey.
Where did Ben Wallace go to school?
No. Somewhere small.
Duke. Indiana.
Virginia Union University. Okay. Where did T.O. go to school?
Chattanooga. Tennessee Chattanooga.
No, he went.
That is correct.
Wow!
We have a winner. We will have 2 T-shirts for you at some point.
Hey, real quick, while Bill's still up here,
appreciate it
Tanner
so
Team
much.
just tweeted in, talking about baseball reminds me of the infamous JV baseball fight Bill got into with the Deer Creek parents.
He made fun of my mom and made fun of me.
It was bad.
I think I was at that game.
Yeah,
Was I?
Chargers fans with the bat.
That was awesome.
Yeah, there we go, Bill.
Yeah.
We appreciate
There
you
we
all
go, Bill.
for
Okay,
Good times.
we're going to get to our steam room here. Ross, if you have a steam room where you'd be thinking of something.
I got a steam room.
You got a steam room? Okay, we're going to go to Ross's steam room here.
Oh, we're going to me?
Yeah.
By the way, you guys like that, our background
great.
there?
It's great. Go ahead.
Yeah, the pack up. First off, let's take a look at the beautiful scenery. Kind of brings down my steaminess. But for the my steam room, I was reading a USA Today article talking about Geno Smith and his work ethic and how it's bad and how he's got a bad attitude and all those kind of things. And it's written by the same scout, I can't remember his name specifically, who wrote bad things about Cam Newton 2 years ago. And then they had some unnamed scouts say the same thing about RG3 last year, about how these three quarterbacks are lazy and don't work hard and all those kind of things. And while I'm not a big Cam Newton fan, I don't think you can say the guy doesn't work hard with what he's been able to do in the NFL so far. I am an RG3 fan. I think he works extremely hard and deserves everything he gets. And Geno Smith, I have heard everything from that has come out of West Virginia has said the complete opposite about him. All his teammates say he's great. Everybody says he works incredibly hard. So my steam room is, I don't understand why these three quarterbacks keep getting attacked by the same guy. I'm not gonna. It keeps seeming like it's a race factor, and it does. It does. If it's the same guy. And my steam room is more, we just need to be talking about these guys' skills, not their work ethic and all those kind of things. They show that in college. They show that what they do with their skills and what they've done in their college career. Yeah, you talk about them being team leaders, but that's the kind of things that the NFL teams get to decide upon for themselves whenever they do that in-depth questionnaire with them all at the same time of the season. Jimmy Clausen has done nothing but whenever he came out, nobody said anything bad about him. But he got taken number one by Carolina. What?
He looked like an emu coming out.
He looked like an emu coming out. Exactly. And then who was the other guy? Ryan Leaf. I mean, a lot of people thought Ryan Leaf was over Peyton Manning. You don't hear these things about him. And so forth. That's my steamer. I was pretty steamy because I think Geno Smith, while I don't think he's going to be an incredible quarterback right away, but I do think eventually he could be a good NFL quarterback. And it's annoying that he gets labeled when he hasn't even stepped on an NFL field as a lazy person who doesn't work hard. When looking at his career at West Virginia, it just appears that he did the complete opposite and worked his tail off.
Okay. I think that's very
I'm
valid.
not laughing at you. I'm laughing at a tweet.
I think that's valid.
Yeah,
yeah, I agree.
It's like on the Dan Patrick Show, they talk about how like white basketball players are like the hustlers, the hard workers, the scrappers.
I just didn't get it. I read the article and I was like, man, that just doesn't make sense.
You got a steam room?
Yes, I have something that's got me.
Okay, what's got you steamy?
Thank you for asking. Okay, so Mike Brown gets fired from. Are you trying to act like you're Jalen Rose?
Yeah,
right now?
Jalen
Yeah, what's up
Rose
with the
bad.
putter? You've just been playing with that the whole
He
show.
thinks he's Jalen Rose over here. Mike
Not
Brown got
nearest
fired
at
from
it.
the Lakers at the beginning of the year, and it's come out in recent weeks that he got offered the Suns job when they fired Alvin Gentry, and then he got offered it again very recently, and he's meeting again with the Cavs about taking their job. I don't know why anyone in the world would ever hire him to coach an NBA basketball team ever again as a head coach. I think he's an
played in the
idiot.
finals.
With LeBron James, I don't think you're not trying to. I'm not. Sure. I don't think that Eric Spoelstra is this unbelievable coach, and I don't think Mike Brown does anything special, and so I don't think that he deserves to be considered for any job. And I don't know why he was already offered the Suns job twice, and why he's going to be taken back to Cleveland. I don't think that's what's going to get LeBron back. I think LeBron's going to go back to Cleveland if he wants to go back, not because of Mike Brown. So I think it's a terrible direction to go, and I think it's stupid that people continue to put him in the conversation of being a possible head coach in the NBA.
Yeah, it's valid.
So
Mine is almost, the funny thing about that is mine was almost about Phil, because he's always like rumored to come back, and he just there's always rumors that he wants to come back, but he doesn't end up coming back, and I'm just kind of like, dude, either come back or don't. But that's not my steam room.
it's very deep.
My steam room, it's very simple. That's the thing.
Real
Just
in
come
depth,
back and
Jack.
coach or
Appreciate
don't.
it.
But he like leaves these rumors out that he might come back and coach. My steam room is the fact that Derrick Rose is still not playing. And at first I was on his side because I don't think anybody should be rushed back, especially if you're a star for a team, for a franchise. But Derrick Rose has been out for far over a year. There's no reason for him not to come back at this point. A little bit frustrating to me that he has still, I don't know, I just feel like and I'm not questioning his toughness or anything like that, but there's a thing of like, I don't think like Michael Jordan would be doing this because he wants so badly to be out there. Like they're playing the Bulls, the Bulls are playing the Nets, and they so badly wants to win a series that Michael Jordan would never let that happen. Or most good players, I think. So I don't want to necessarily question his toughness. I think he should be out there. I don't think there's a reason not to, especially if he's been cleared for months now. I don't understand why you wouldn't go out with a chance to in the playoffs. So,
I have no problem with him not playing.
So
it's a lost season.
You're the best. How's it a lost season?
Yeah, why? They've just been played one game in the playoffs.
They beat the Heat like 2 weeks ago, but without him.
They're not gonna. I'm just telling. It's a lost season for them.
But do you think that
he needs to come back when they have a chance to beat the Heat, and they don't have a chance to beat the Heat at this moment. They need to rebuild. They need to get rid of Carlos Boozer. It's not worth it.
Why does everybody say why do they need to get rid of Carlos?
Carlos Boozer's awful, dude.
He's awful. They hide him somehow defensively. They're an awesome defensive team, but they hide him.
Yeah, he can't rebound.
He's so slow side to side.
There are games where he's carried them offensively though, since Derrick Rose has been out.
I don't know about carry.
I don't know if he's carried. Yeah, I don't think Carlos Boozer's very good, but I also think that they're good enough defensively that they can play with anybody now, much less with the MVP 2 years ago.
I have a problem with Derrick Rose's brother being involved in the situation, but I don't have a problem with Derrick Rose sitting out at all. He shouldn't come back when it doesn't feel right to come back.
I just think if he doesn't feel right now, he's never going to feel right. And at that point, then his career is basically over. Yeah. I think a really good one.
His career's not over. He won.
No,
the
I'm
MVP
saying if he's always going to be afraid, like if he's not going to play now, he's always going to be afraid. And at that point, like you're never going to be that player you were. Good tweet from Ben Williams. KD achieved the 50-40-90 stat and is still not going to win the MVP or scoring title. Amazing season under the radar. 50-40-90 means he shot 50% from the field, 40% from the three-point line, and 90% from the free throw line, which has only been done like a few times in the history of basketball. Really impressive.
Why is he not going to win the MVP though?
Because LeBron James is that good.
Yeah, but I mean, has that been decided?
Yeah, LeBron James is definitely going to win the MVP. Sadly, I mean, like there's not a doubt.
No doubt.
He's going to win. No doubt. Stat of the week.
You gotta go with
Garrison Lee brings up a good one.
Surprise
he wants to know why what's gotten his team is, or would you like to just go ahead and say it, please?
Yeah,
let's get out. We're trying to get
come on, Gary.
Come on, Gary.
Former Twitter MVP.
Hey, which by the way, I think this is a great point.
Yeah.
I really do. I agree.
Oh,
which camera? Right here. Okay, I want to know why the Wonderlic score keeps getting released, why they even take the test, and yeah, that's basically it, because it doesn't mean anything. A.J. Green scored a 4 last year, or whenever he was in the draft, and he was the best receiver in the league last year.
I agree.
I agree with you.
That's all I got to say.
Another thing that I have a problem with concerning stuff that happens at the Combine is the actions of the two wide receivers, or one wide receiver from Rutgers, who trashed his room at the Combine. There was feces everywhere, left over, food, trash, everywhere in his room. I'm not kidding you. Left.
That's disgusting.
Yes, it is. It's very inhumane.
I mean,
disrespectful.
No matter what he scored in his Wonderlic score, that's got to subtract like 5 or 6 points.
And he's not taking credit for it. He's blaming someone else. I don't understand.
He's pulling a Nixon. He's just denying.
We got a couple good tweets here. First of all, Stephen Hoke, terrific tweet, because I am 100% with you. He's steamy about Ryan Lochte's new show on E! What would Ryan Lochte do? Okay. Maybe the stupidest thing in the world.
No, hold on. I want to defend this.
I can't stand Ryan Lochte.
You want to defend this?
Listen,
Swimmers have become the most hated athletes in the world. Michael Phelps, he's an Olympian. He makes our country look awesome. He's a weird dude.
Tio was very hated. He had the show on VH1. It was awesome.
But Tio's like funny. Ryan Lochte just thinks he's so sick.
Okay.
Lochte tweets hashtag Lochte Nation.
This show could get really cool.
Stephen Hoke just let us know that Lochte skateboards with Lil Wayne.
What's wrong with that? Lil Wayne could be
Is it longboarding or skateboarding?
All I'm saying is it could be a good show.
Lil Wayne skateboards.
And it could be a lot better than what's going on behind you.
I don't see how that could at all be a good show.
Yeah, what is he doing?
Ryan Lochte's weird, dude.
I've got a news team room. Whatever's going on behind Ross. Okay, now
that background's great. Big shout out to Malik Carter.
I didn't see it. I think Charlie, my little brother, has a good one. The fact that we won't have orange shirts for everyone at the peak if we worked our creamsicle in somehow. But for some reason, I got it. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
For some
Ross,
reason,
can you move to your left?
Oh! Look at what we have there.
Wow.
That's not me. That's the director. That's Malik Carter.
That is so funny,
wow,
Malik. Malik
awesome.
literally is he's dying.
By the way, we do have 30 retweets, so this is happening.
He's dying.
Live and in color.
Good Lord.
How many
All I
retweets
gotta
are we up
say
to?
is when we take a break here in 2 minutes, once we come back, we're going to see that live. So if we can go ahead and take that down so we don't ruin everyone's
yeah,
lunch.
seriously.
Yeah.
I heard that we couldn't do the orange shirts because it was like too bright or something.
I think it has something to do maybe with the rims, but I also think it has something to do with, I don't think Mr. Bennett wants to, he doesn't like OSU, neither do I, and I don't think he wants to elevate OSU.
He doesn't want
that
to
much.
put
Yeah, but I mean it's a little bit.
I
It's
can
a
get
different
behind
color
that.
orange.
Yeah.
I
I'm
can
a big
too.
fan of using all of our colors, and I didn't like KD's shoes.
Big shout out
last
to all our
night.
Stillwater friends, though, watching.
They looked. No, I don't mind. I mean,
I love
I
the
just-
Stillwater listeners. Man, do I
yeah,
love Stillwater listeners.
I'm not saying I'm not going against them. I'm just saying I don't think he wants to isolate
Yeah, no, I
the two
understand
fan
that.
bases that are so important to him.
It's true.
That's just where I'm coming from.
That's a good point because
Yeah.
we're not putting Crimson in the stand anytime soon.
Right.
I'm into that. Tanner Teep tweeted, did you know that? I didn't know this. He said, what do you guys think about Derrick Rose getting sued by the Chicago fan
Yeah.
claiming D Rose sitting out has made him obese?
It's kind of like the same thing with people suing McDonald's for the hot coffee.
No, this is more extreme for
Yeah.
sure.
People are stupid, dude. I mean, that's awful.
That's why.
How could
Man,
you at all
it's
say that
provide
it
entertainment.
all
Real
had
life
anything to
is-
do with it? Even
real
though,
life is pretty
hey,
entertaining.
Derrick Rose should be playing. That's my steam room. So technically, I'm kind of with this guy. Sorry.
Are you gonna sue him? You gonna join in on the lawsuit?
No, I'm not going to sue him because I'm respectful. But he should be playing. We are coming back in just a second. Stay tuned. We're going to talk a little bit more OU football and whatnot. And well, I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah, I do know that.
But yeah, we'll be back.
Now we're actually on.
Yeah, there
Welcome
we go.
everyone back. We have the beautiful Kate Chester up here. This is the second appearance.
Hey, buy
of
the
a
shirt.
female.
Look at this.
Yeah,
Looks
it's
good.
great.
Looks good.
Okay,
These are our
so
shirts.
I don't know how we can recreate the moment. Can we act like you guys are surprised to be on, and then go in for what we're all
First of all,
paying to see?
I don't understand. Well, we probably do need music, but I just don't understand what it is with people that want to see this.
Live
Why not?
entertainment.
I mean, you did it at Remington, you did it at
I'm gonna block
Chesapeake.
this.
Now you can do it in Gaylord Studio B. So if we can go ahead and cover your eyes, children.
Studio A.
Okay. Whoa! All right.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
There you
Kate
go.
Chester.
Hey, what a way to
That's
send
great.
what a way to send out the show.
Oh wow, we got to get
We
that
missed
on
it.
air.
We missed
Come on.
it. We missed
Yeah, I
it.
need one more. Oh, that's great. It's wonderful. I got to get a
That's
girlfriend
awesome.
so I can actually get a real one.
Hey,
you,
Matt
Kate
Christensen agrees. Matt Christensen's all about. He says Clayton is a Sooner. Yeah, Chris Graham.
Yeah, I think we're good over here. I got a couple people I'd like to thank first before we kind of get going.
Yeah,
just so that
absolutely.
don't-
We have a ton of people we need to thank. Really.
We want to thank Mr. Lynn Franklin.
Lynn
for,
Franklin is the man. If you're watching, he's
putting
the
this all
man.
together and letting us take free reign. I want to thank Freaky Carter for being
That's also known as Malik.
for being our producer, everything.
Producer, director,
I wanna thank
everything.
Jonathan, who's helped us out a couple times with TD.
Yeah, great.
Jonathan.
John Hoover, who's new this week. Kaylin, Molly, Kristen, who's on camera, Ben, who's on audio, Mackenzie, who's on camera, and Hannah, who is also on camera. And everyone that's come in for studio, it's been great having you all listen to us and letting us, I guess, talk about stuff that's easy. But we want to thank everyone that's listening on TV or on the internet, and people that tweet us and read our blogs, because we're going to continue that.
Yeah, we're going to continue our
this summer.
blog. We're not going to be on the air, but our blog is going to stay on all through the summer. So make sure you're checking that out.
PackOU.com.
At PackOU.com and everything else. We're going to keep everything going besides the show until we get back from semester.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back better than ever.
And we're going to kind of have, it's really early to say this, but I think we're going to have a welcome back barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah, right when we
Be thinking about it.
Right when we
Be a
get
big
back.
deal.
really excited for the welcome back barbecue.
Yeah.
Really though, I am.
And I'm going to go
love
ahead and take some,
that atmosphere.
do something on my own right here. I'm going to give the studio MVPs to Bill and Steven. So we'll get them on the website and a little picture together. Kate, you were great too. But
There were a lot. We want to
if
thank
you
everyone
would have
that
made
came
the
out.
putts, maybe.
We
Everyone that
appreciate
came.
people coming all the way out to here late at night to come watch us. That's
Yeah.
not an easy thing to do. We
And for
appreciate
everyone
it.
that stays up
And everybody that
and
watches. Yeah, anybody that stays up and watches. But yeah. We're going to get to some other just random sports news. I'm just checking around here. Al Michaels got a DUI.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
I did see that.
Kind of weird. He's pretty old.
And the weird thing was he got pulled over at 9:30. So he must have been enjoying himself in the office pretty early in the afternoon because his BAC was fairly high. Another thing that's kind of making headlines is a Nike shirt.
Yeah.
That was made
before
way before
right.
the bombings, but it was a Yankee shirt.
Yeah,
that
I
read
saw
Boston
Massacre
over the front. It's been pulled from the shelves, and you can't buy it anymore because of what happened this past week in Boston. So,
which I agree with. Which
yeah,
the Yankees agree.
I don't want people to try to blame the Yankees or Nike for doing that.
Yeah, no, that came out before the Boston Massacre. That came out before the Boston bombings. So yeah. Definitely. Apologize.
Maybe she'll take a glass. Maybe she'll get a glass of water or something.
All right, see you later.
I'm gonna go hide in my corner over here.
Right. Okay. But also, they did that same thing for some kid, and that's rude to just say some kid, for a cancer patient in what team was it they did it for? They basically did the same thing for Nebraska that they did with the kid that had cancer. East Carolina, where he had cancer and they got to run it through. That was kind of cool, I thought. So,
little fun video before we leave. I think we've got the video of the halftime show.
Oh my gosh, we do have that video.
I don't know if
I meant to play it. I don't know if you have it ready.
I didn't get to watch it on TV because I was there, so I don't know if anyone got to see it.
If anybody got to see it, yeah. If anybody didn't get to see it, we were there.
We'd like to get that dog.
They had this like really weird like dog show.
It wasn't weird. It was great.
It was kind of weird.
But it's a dad and a son.
Well, we're going to talk through it, I think. We're just going to let it play.
Okay, and they've got like 10 dogs. And
they won America's Got Talent.
Yeah, the 7th season, I think.
Which, I mean, I guess that's cool.
Okay, let's go ahead and show
it. I mean, look at him. That was the halftime show.
It was the best halftime show I've ever seen. Which, a couple weeks ago, the halftime show with the family on the unicycles and the balls was great too.
But I mean, this is just kind of creepy.
No, it's not. It's awesome.
Look at that.
They're great. That you can train a dog like that.
Don't get me wrong. That's cool. Better question. How does this win America's Got Talent?
How does it not? Look at that.
Like America's Got Talent is a show about Americans.
I know, but
no, they train these dogs.
No, but the thing is, like week after week, how could you come up with good enough like stuff with the dogs? Look at that dog just holding on to the other dog.
Yeah, he's riding a scooter by himself. Unbelievable.
It's just kind of creepy.
No. Is that Bandit? That was.
No, it's not. Chris Paul ACL out for the playoffs.
We're gonna need to get that clarified.
Wow.
But
can we get a confirmation on that? Bill, can you get on that for us? Wow. If that's true, then the Thunder might have just caught a little bit of a break. I hate to say that.
That's unbelievable.
I hate to say that kind of. I think we're looking forward to that.
Could the Clippers beat the Grizzlies if that's true?
Yeah. Clippers beat.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, they could, but probably I think they'd have a difficulty.
I'd go to 7.
I think they could.
For sure, go to
7. Yeah, but that would be crazy.
I'm sure you guys saw
Sean,
LeBron's
did you see
dunk.
Sean wants to know your thoughts about. Sorry, Ross.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Sean wants to know your thoughts about
Feel
Adidas.
Free.
Just the rest of going out the rest of the year.
They did.
They are
racking
racking
a
in
bunch of
chips.
championships, but their attempt at doing something funky with the tiger stripes on everybody's uniform is terrible. And I've unfortunately seen that there's a rumor that Nebraska is going to incorporate those in their football uniforms this year.
Yeah, they definitely made that up. Chris Paul did not tear his ACL.
Okay.
But thanks for tweeting that in to.
So we just got.
We got pranked on our own show.
No, who's the guy, the late night radio host
got punked.
that calls in and pranks people? He's the crazy guy with the black hair.
Howard Stern?
Howard
Yeah.
Stern. We just got Howard Stern. Except for it wasn't a caller.
Yeah,
It was a
TJ
tweet.
just texted me. Howard Stern.
great.
Chris Paul didn't tear his ACL.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We're good on that one.
TJ kind of looks like Howard Stern.
Which, if you all haven't seen what Howard Stern did during the O.J. Simpson drama that one day, it's hilarious.
What did he do?
He called in to ABC and ABC World News as he acted like he was a neighbor of O.J. And he just completely obliterated them on live television in front of the whole world. It's great. Check it out.
That's
on
pretty
YouTube.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I saw anything. Well, I guess they gave out the awards. I talked about that earlier with the NBA awards. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we did talk about that earlier.
But I'm not sure. Do we know who won Most Improved or whatever? It's kind of a stupid award.
Hasn't been.
It hasn't?
No.
I
think
like
KD
that.
should be in the conversation for that.
It's just weird. Like, it turns out, like, I read an article, like, it ends up being guys that, like, had.
It's probably going to be Larry Sanders, though.
Larry Sanders is the man, dude. Thrown out to he leads the game and leads the NBA in ejections this year.
That's a great
All
stat.
for that. All for that.
Taking the place of Rasheed Wallace, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Rip Rasheed Wallace.
Sad day in my
Hey, you know what we
house.
also have a video of, just while we're chilling here? We have a video, why not show it, if we're listening there, Malik. But we have a video of LeBron James' dunk last night. It was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
It was really impressive because they tipped the ball and he still makes an adjustment. We're about to show it. He tips the ball and he still makes the adjustment to get the alley-oop down somehow. I don't know if we got that clip going or not. I guess not, maybe.
If we do, let's go ahead and play it.
Yep, here we go.
Here he comes, and there he
And that was tailing
goes.
the clip.
Oh, we got great air. And the reverse by LeBron.
He can get up. He can seriously elevate.
Yeah, it's rather hot. No, but he gets tipped and he still
It
gets
gets tipped by the defender,
That's impressive. That's not easy to do.
Another big headline was Revis Island moving
I
from
know, to
New
the
York
Bucks.
down to
Yeah.
Tampa Bay.
It's crazy.
He's getting paid a lot of cash.
Yeah, he is getting a lot
I think
of
it's
cash.
6 years,
the thing
$96
is,
million.
None of it's guaranteed. None of the NFL, they guaranteed all because he's like held out so many times that they can't guarantee that stuff.
Hank, he claims that was the reason he did that to us was because he didn't win Twitter MVP all.
Which, you know what? He's like Karl Malone or something. The best player to never win the championship. Anthony was the best tweeter without winning in a Twitter MVP.
Yeah. That was right there. That was his attempt on. That was like Karl Malone and the Lakers.
Yeah.
Do we have a Twitter MVP for this?
Yeah, we gave it to the studio MVPs.
Coming in.
We gave it to,
It's a duel. It's
Oh,
like
I
a
like that.
combined
I like that.
award. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And then Kobe.
Sounds good to me.
I see, Ross. You didn't like it, did you? The live tweets from Kobe. I'm not saying that.
Like I thought the live tweet was funny. I thought it was a valid point. Yeah, pounding to get on the block. But what I didn't like is he's live tweeting during the game something that's only to ridicule Pau Gasol, and it literally serves no purpose. It's not like Pau's going to the locker room like, man, I got to read tweets from Kobe. What's he saying about me right now? It's stupid. You know, all he's doing is trying to get attention right now. And I'm not a Kobe hater in any means. It's not going to affect how Pau plays during the game. It's not going to do any good. Save it for later. Give him a call and be like, hey, Pau, if I was there, I would have said post your butt up on the block.
The reaction, of course, Mike D'Antoni had no clue. And Bill, what?
Does he ever have a clue?
Well, he didn't have a clue that he was tweeting.
Yeah.
Mike
Because he was
D'Antoni
during the
ever have a
game.
clue?
I don't know. But Bill Plaschke asked him about it in his postgame conference. And the reaction that he gives to Bill Plaschke is, I don't know why it wasn't talked about more, because he kind of was talking trash on Kobe in the conference. So he more or less said, I don't really care what he has to say.
ESPN. That was a segment on Around the Horn today.
Okay.
And
was Bill Plaschke on it?
Usually, yeah, I can't remember, but usually they put those ones at the tail end of Around the Horn, those joke ones. This was one of the first ones.
Well, because it's a big deal.
No, they put it on.
I
how do you
think
feel about him live
I think
tweeting?
it shows the relationship that the two of them have, or the real relationship that they have.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're winding down
again,
on time.
I
want to give
I'd like to say something real fast.
Okay.
Really quickly, we started the show like 2 and a half months ago.
Yeah.
Just kind of on a whim. It was a lot of fun, and it got moved to TV. And the only reason is because of you guys, everybody who watches at home, everybody who's ever watched. We really appreciate you guys. We have a lot of fun doing this. I'm getting sentimental. I might tear up a little bit, but again, thank you guys. We've had a great semester. I don't enjoy doing anything more that I've done in college than this. So keep watching.
Absolutely.
I really enjoy it. Hope you
Yeah.
guys too.
We're going to be back
Wow,
here,
Ross.
back next
Touching.
semester at the same place.
Cooper with his sarcasm. What's new?
No, that was great.
No, it was. Doing
I
the
really
same thing at the same time. We
appreciate
really
it.
do appreciate you guys.
We're back next semester.
We just kind of started this, and you guys ran with it and made it really fun and really cool.
Yeah.
We're hoping
Please,
to, go ahead.
continue to interact with us on
Yeah.
Twitter and on Facebook and on our website. Because we're going to continue with the blog, which coming up tomorrow is David Kringer on our blog. But we want to say thank you to everyone out there.
Next semester
And we'll see you
football.
next semester.
Woo!